Start the recording. Okay, we're on. Okay, so we left off a long time ago. You guys had managed to jump from Levantar 9 to Azor. You came in system with relative ease. Azor is a little really tiny dot of a place. It's a B-star port. It has an above and a ground facility. It's a size 2, which means gravity is around about a quarter of Earth's. It has a type 1 atmosphere, which means you're going to need a vac suit if you're going to go out on the surface. It has 0 water, obviously. It has 6 as the population, which is in the millions. It's run by an oligarchy, and it has a law level 1 and a tech level C. There is an orbital Navy base and scout base as well as gas, and it's classified as a non-industrial. So that's where you are. You got to the system, you got to the starport, you carried out all the initial business of selling stuff. You guys are currently waiting for your next load of cargo for Keller, and you haven't decided yet to go and see if you want to look at any speculative trade for yourselves. Interesting that happened. Denver and Garen went off the ship, as did Jacob. The first two went in looking for some sort of computer for Denver to start his journey into trying to create an AI to help teach him things. That's when Garen, after they'd just done that, Garen seemed to be overwhelmed with anxiety or fear of some uncontrollable nature. Thinking quickly, putting on a size shield, Denver discovered that it's highly probable that it was some kind of psychic attack, as then he and Jacob were also to different degrees had similar sort of things happening to them whereupon they bought size shields, and those sort of experiences died down. So at that time, Victor and Stav decided they needed their own shields, so they requested that the group were buy some for them. So the only person on board ship at the moment who doesn't have a size shield, I think, is Dal. And he's not here, so we can't ask him. But I do remember that Mantar asked Jacob to buy him one. Sorry, Victor asked Jacob to buy him one at the end of last session. So that's where you are. You've just got your pay. So you've got a little bit of money, which sounds like it's almost all going to be emptied out on these size shields anyway. You're awaiting the cargo. Some time between now and the end of the week that arrives for Keller, and you've got that time to spend either on ship, on the starport, or down on the planet itself. Yeah.
Why are we waiting a week? It's to get information for what we're doing next for Jupiter Keller, or
you're waiting for the actual freight.
Freight. Oh, yeah. So the main part of our cargo is freight. Okay.
Yeah. So the freight hasn't arrived yet. Basically, it's coming from another system. You're waiting for it to arrive to load onto your ship.
Okay. It's the vagaries of the jumping system here.
Doesn't always sink in.
What? Right.
Yeah. So, right, folks. I take it that you guys get back to the ship.
Mm-hmm.
And when you do, you meet on ship. Those who want them can don their size shields. Those who don't can take them off. It's entirely up to them. But you're back in the common room on board the Shalimar. What do you want to talk about, if anything?
Well, let's see.
What about the dreams?
The dreams. So, yep, you. I think Garen was the only one that had the dreams. I'm not sure. I don't think anyone else experienced the dreams.
What? Are we all sitting in the room?
Common room. Yep, you're all there. Because it's
Stab doesn't look up from his manual, but he says dreams are nonsense, and keeps reading
No,
his
they're
manual.
not. Dreams are a message from the mind. They're a message from the soul. They're trying to tell you something when the rest of your body is shut down and it's trying to speak to you.
All right.
Okay, well I'm an insensitive then, and he still
Dreams are good,
has
brother.
Yeah.
Stab still has his eyes locked on the manual, but he says no more.
The manual to the Psi Shield.
Yeah, I guess, are we gonna have to wear these damn side shields all day?
It's up to you. You
Right.
decide.
That's right.
All right,
You can
well.
take it off and be brain stabbed.
It gives me
I'm
a
wearing
cool,
mine.
Yeah.
it gives me a cool Euro biker look, so I'll tolerate it for now.
Okay.
There you go.
Always look for the positive. Yep. Okay. So you're there, guys. You appear to have some sort of evidence that something has also in some way being affected you, whether it's just a mind a group hallucination or not, I don't know. But rolling for anything in particular, Jacob?
No, I was just rolling to roll, so just trying out the dice
Cool.
roller.
So
Nothing specific. It's classic traveler book, right?
Pretty much.
1981.
starter book, yeah.
Okay.
The travel book, 83 or whatever that one came out as. But it's classic. It's classic.
Yeah. I think 1982 is the copyright on the traveler book.
That'll be it.
Anyways, starter edition, I think is in.
Yep. Okay, so you're in the common room. You are, I don't know,
Now
concerned,
we're
worried,
safe in our
upset.
ship, though. We're safe in our ship. We're not being psionically attacked.
Well, most of you've got side shields on, so no.
I mean, our ship should be safe. We're in a metal encasing. Something, yeah. What's our next agenda? Do we got to get some cargo, or I'd be curious on.
Yeah, don't we? Because we sold the wood, didn't we? We sold the wood.
Sold the wood. We're picking up other cargo.
Yeah.
For Keller, but we got 6 tons. And I believe Victor's our admin. He has admin, right? Or
Yep,
Garen,
the
you have
admin.
admin one?
No,
No. Victor has admin.
just jack of all trades.
Yeah.
Admin
So we
one.
need
Okay.
Victor, either bribery or admin, and maybe we could see if there's anything we could pick up with our 6 tons of space that we could go in on for
So
cargo for the next run. And what's the classification of the next world we're going into? Trade classification.
Macaca. Macaca
Yeah.
is a non-industrial. You can look that
So
up
we're
on
on a
your
non-industrial,
library data.
and we're going to a non-industrial.
Mm-hmm.
So it's pretty lateral then.
Mm-hmm.
There won't be any bonuses then if we could buy low and sell high. That's probably the best we could do.
So, do you want to log yourself into? You want to pay for the ability to log yourself into the trade hub?
We got to pay. How much does that cost?
15 credits. Not much. It's
Yeah,
just a. You know.
Okay. I'll log into the trade hub.
Okay.
For
So
I'm-
you find the following 3 types available for trade. Someone is trying to get rid of a roughly 15 ton of computer parts.
That's a lot of money.
Another person is trying to get rid of 25 tons of cybernetic parts. And someone's trying to get rid of 3 tons of gems.
Now
What about
that
the
would be
cybernetics?
nice, but that's 3 million credits base price.
What about the cybernetics?
I don't think we have that kind of money. What's the cost of that? I don't have the book in front of me. The computer parts of the cybernetics are going to be high dollar.
God, I had it here just a second ago. Give me a second to find it.
Yeah, what's the cybernetics? But we pay to get the cargo and then we sell it at a higher price, right?
That's what you're hoping to do. Yeah.
That's the goal.
Okay.
Okay,
That's
so
the goal.
Computer parts are worth 150,000 a ton. Cybernetic parts are worth 250,000 a ton, and these are all base. And gems, as you said, Jerry, are based on 1 million a ton.
But
We don't have the kind of money for this cargo that's available, so we're gonna scratch it.
do
We're
we
gonna
have to
see.
pay that to pick it up?
No, we would
Well-
have. Yeah, we'd have to pay for it up front to pick it up, and then we're selling it when we get to where we're going.
Yeah. And
It's all
So-
beyond our league. I look over
So
and
this is-
yeah, and the best you could possibly do would be to get it down to whichever one it is, 40%. So, I don't think. What's that? That's 75. That's something around about 60,000 for 1 ton of the computer parts. If you were lucky enough to get that roll, and then you've got to pay the extra because you're splitting up the whole tonnage.
Yeah.
Nah, it's
And
not
the
worth it.
cybernetics?
The cybernetics would be approximately, if you could get it for 40%, that's if, 100,000 credits, if you could
We
get
don't
it
have
for
that
that.
kind of money, Jen. We don't have it. We're out.
So at 40%, we have to get 100. We have to put 100,000 credits together to pick it up. At 40%.
If you could, yeah. If you
And we
could.
don't have 100,000 credits
No.
I don't think so. No,
between all of us.
no. I got 25,000 on me full. I don't think. And also, is there any way? I'm gonna investigate and see if there's any way we could haul for 1,000 a ton basic freight on our own. Our own
Sure.
allotment. Since we have 6 tons,
Yeah.
that's still 6,000 credits, and it doesn't cost us nothing up front. We just have to deliver the cargo, and that would be our own cargo because we have the 6 tons given to us anyways. Why not just take freight right now? Anybody disagree?
Yeah,
Fine.
just trying to find the
Yeah.
two different tech
And we
levels
can,
involved.
Whoever's it, we can. How many crew members are there? We'll split that between the crew members. When we
Well,
deliver it.
some don't want to engage, remember?
Oh, that's right. Then it's just me, Jen, and
I think
Victor.
some would, but just ask them individually, I think would be the best thing to do.
I
Yeah.
can go in if I can cover a share. What are we buying then?
we're not buying anything. We're just hauling cargo right now. Last time it was Victor, Jen, and I think we split it in thirds.
Yeah,
So
we
I mean,
did.
if Jen's involved in that, who's involved in it?
Karen.
We'll get a share of it. Right now, we're picking up the cargo, so I would imagine. Right now, it's just Victor,
I've only got
Karen,
over-
and me, and Jacob.
I've only got over 5,000 free.
You don't
Yeah.
need money right now. We're hauling freight per charge.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if you want to be in on that, then we'd get 1,500 each. We could say that you're in on it. Everybody will get 1,500 extra credits when we deliver it. And
Okay,
yeah.
let me have a roll. Let's see what we get.
We need 6 tons of freight. We have 6 tons of freight available.
Yep.
That's 1,000 a ton, right? So that would be
Yeah.
6,000. Split 4 ways is 1,500 each. So we might as well. Why not? We got the 6 tons empty. Keller gave it to us to do with as we will. Be nice if we could pick up those gems. If we
Yeah.
had the money to buy those gems and hold on to them until we hit a rich world.
Oh yeah.
And the gems is what, 150,000 a ton?
A million.
Oh,
a
million.
ton, Dave.
Yeah.
The gem.
Yeah, but if
Cybernetics
you hit a
is
rich
cheaper.
world, it's a +8 to the roll.
Ah,
So you could
what?
get
I don't
400%
like
for it easy. 300. You quadruple
Yeah.
your money.
That's too much.
Okay.
Well, if not if you got it. I would buy them in a heartbeat if I got it. Save them for a rich world.
Okay. There
Oh,
is.
So,
Okay. You've got 7. There's 7 ton of major cargo. There is 5 ton of minor cargo and no incidentals. So remember, you got to take the whole batch.
We're gonna have to take the 5 ton of
Yep.
minor,
Okay.
and then with that 5,000 credits, we split. However, what is that going to be? 12,000.
Well, okay, rightio, gentlemen and lady. We'll get back into it. So you were sort of trailing off at the disappointment of not finding any cargo that you could use. but you decided to go for some ordinary taking some ordinary cargo just to get a little bit of money. Just so you know, Jerry, when you start dividing it, how are you working that? Because no one actually has to put money into it. That's the whole group's 6 tons. Just saying.
It's divided by whoever's going to be in it.
Well,
right?
that would be the whole team, because no one has to pay for anything.
Well, we could give everybody 1,000 each. Then there's 5 crew members, right?
6.
6.
6.
Well, not everybody made this deal. Who's
Exactly.
the one who got the cargo? They can
Exactly. We can't just throw anybody in here. Who decided?
Who put in on this, man?
Exactly.
No one.
Who
Who put in it? Jupiter Keller. He bought you the ship.
No. You know exactly.
No,
what we mean.
we're the
You
ones
know
who got the freight, though.
Exactly. We put some effort into this.
Well, the only one who
we
put effort into it is
definitely-
Jerry, is Jacob, so he gets the whole lot.
What? Are you talking about?
I'm going to split it with.
I wish Richard was here so he could see you argue over imaginary money.
Imaginary money fighting time, darn it.
You know,
I'm
but
fighting
this is
over the money.
this is real for them. So
Yeah.
Are we still recording? Are we?
Yes.
getting the
Yeah,
videos?
we
Oh,
are.
heck yeah.
Yeah,
okay,
1,000
great.
credits each, I think.
Now, I think that's nonsensical because you are futuristic people, and you're dragging effortless gravity sleds that go in front of you or behind you or are programmed to follow you, and you say boo hoo hoo. I'm doing a whole lot of manual labor. I should be paid more on this gig.
no. We're not talking about manual labor. We're talking about discussions and negotiations.
sales-
The
We
brainwork
made
of
the
mindlessly getting freight that falls from the sky and is
We
available
made the
at a
deal.
starport all the time. Is that what
Okay,
you're
who is
arguing
this guy?
about?
Can we throw him out the airlock on the next?
Oh, no, you
How many
can't.
crew members do we have? Hang on, we got
6.
Denver, Vantar.
6, all up 6.
Well,
I think it's fair that if you're going to just buy the freight, as in speculative trade, only those people should share the profits because they're putting money towards it. But
Yes.
you just got space. You're not putting any money towards this. This is just
It
space.
doesn't matter because what's going to happen is that when we go to sell the cargo, that's when arguments are going to ensue.
No, there's not.
They're going-
Because you're not selling the cargo. You're carrying cargo.
we didn't pay anything for it, and we're
I
just
know, but
carrying
how are
it.
we going to get the money for it?
We drop it off and they pay us.
Exactly.
And they pay you. That's it.
Yeah.
And to who though? Who do they pay it to? That's
To
where
the people
problem
on board of
comes
the
in.
ship. The people that
Yeah.
were driven, who navigated, who kept the engines okay, who medicated everybody, who fought and defended the ship. That's everyone. Just saying.
Now, if one of those people go missing, though,
Well, that's true. That is very true. If one of those people goes missing, then But hey, 2 might go missing or 3. And all the time that profit margin is getting higher and higher. But how many can? The question is, how many can go missing without having?
5.
You've got
That's right,
6 characters.
Yeah.
And don't worry because there are going to always be 6 characters. As I said, that's why I set out the.
Do we discover a crewmate stabbed in the shower?
No.
And blood running into the shower?
No,
with
we're
a
going to
knife
call it.
and-
I don't want to create any karmic stuff until this game is finished today. But I have a plan. Don't worry. Deal with who you've got at the moment. That's all you got to worry about.
Well, I don't count these 6 to me. I count Denver, Victor, Jacob, Garen, Stav. That's
Yourself.
it. And who?
Yourself.
I counted me.
And Dale.
Oh, Dale. Duh.
Yeah, Dale.
Dale,
Who's
editor.
Dale?
Yeah, I'm forgetting about
Ice Cream Man.
Ice Cream Man. Yeah.
oh,
Yeah. There are 6 of you.
He's got a ticket to Toronto today. He's out.
On,
no.
All right. Leave that alone. All right.
that's a different thing. Yeah.
Hey, 3 people in Toronto at the same time, that could make it a mini-con here.
There you go. Except, yeah, we won't go there. I'm not going to go any further.
I got an idea.
Yes.
We're going to split the money with the people that are actually here. The people that aren't playing, they don't get no money.
No, but everybody's running the ship. It'll be split. It's just freight that's available at no charge as long as we deliver it.
Well, if we split it 6 ways, divide 5,000 by 6. What is that?
That's fine. That's fine. About 800 or something, 750. That's money for nothing.
Yeah.
Is regular freight pay
1,000 per ton. Yep, 1,000 per
Okay,
ton.
so we have 6 tons, so that's 6,000 divided by 6. Nice.
5.
833 credits each.
Oh,
And then
okay.
somebody gets one extra credit because it's 33.333.
Put it in the group fund, why don't you?
Yeah, put it in the coffee tin.
There you go.
So we'll get 833. If we split
There you
it 6
go.
ways, everybody gets 833
Yeah.
credits. That's
And
great.
Okay.
that's
For
just
basic freight. We'll split
Yep.
it across the board. But if we buy cargo, we keep the profits.
yeah,
Yes.
yep, definitely. Now, don't forget, you also have the option of trying, and it's going to be very hard to get mail.
Don't we have to be
Get
set up for
mail.
mail in a proper
I
enclosure? and
believe
outfit?
so.
Can't we set up for mail?
You have cannot find the
I
rules
just-
on
You
mail.
need 5 tons for mail, and it's 25,000.
5 tons for mail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. Okay, that's all cool. Okay.
That'll tie up our that'll tie up our tiny
It's good though.
discretionary
Mail
space anyway.
takes 5,000 a ton though.
Yeah.
Forget
Well-
mail, forget it.
Mail next time, perhaps. Mail next
Yeah,
time.
mail.
Not
Because you're
memorable.
actually, if you have a look at your travel route, you're actually going to hit the capital of the subsector. That's probably going to want to have mail sent out to 2 other planets.
Yeah.
So that might be a
Not
place to look at that.
It pays 5,000 a ton, no money forward. That's 25,000 a pop.
Yep.
We gotta use the 6 tons. We still have an extra ton of space if we could squeeze something in there. There's nothing cheap we could buy for a ton. No, everything's expensive.
Yep.
If we had a mega credit, we'd go heist the store and buy a ton of gems. Take it to the rich.
Forget the gems. Jesus.
That's a million.
The gems are a
Yeah,
good
or
deal.
Now,
Two or
a
three
million is
million.
out of our hands right
Yep.
now. Just forget
Yep.
about it.
Yeah.
Okay,
Move on.
so you that's all going to be loaded on board over the course of the next 2 days. What are you guys doing?
Well, we
Well-
got our helmets on, right?
Yeah, I mean, you're still talking about that stuff, whatever that weird stuff happened.
Yeah.
Can we try to investigate and see if we see anybody odd watching us or if we pick up on anything? Because obviously somebody's psionically attacking us.
I mean, while we're walking around
Anxiety.
dealing with the cargo.
Yeah.
Or- mm.
Okay.
Ah,
So on day 2, you're sort of expecting some of your 5-ton cargo to arrive. And it just happens to be what we call a multi-packer. It means it's coming from several different sources. It's 5-ton. It's heading to Makaka, which is your next stop. So it's going to come over a series of days. On day 2, as you're going about your business, wearing your shields, unless you don't want to wear them. Please tell me if you don't.
No, we're wearing them.
Okay.
yeah.
Rightio. So you're still in the bay. You haven't left to go into the starport proper. You're in an enclosed bay, and you're loading on the bits of freight that is coming in.
And we also got Keller's cargo too, right?
Yeah, that doesn't come in towards the end of the week.
So we're stuck waiting then.
yeah.
till he gets-
Yeah. So you're busy doing that stuff. Suddenly there's some sort of commotion at the airlock, and basically 10 guys walk through. They're wearing armor. They've got military weapons, and they look like they're very serious.
Nice.
So they walk up and they want to know who's the captain of the ship.
Are you making yourself a coffee, Gary?
Yes, I am.
Well, can you make me one too, please, and bring it to the lounge?
Keurig. All right, I'm on it. Actually, I'm making a tea.
Yeah, can you make me a tea then and put some stevia in it, because I can't have sugar.
That's right.
No sugar.
I
Yeah,
take mine
but
with
stevia.
sugar and milk.
And I like lots of milk in my tea.
Ugh, I can't.
No milk, just straight.
Oh,
Oh.
yuck.
No.
Okay.
Just straight,
Yeah.
straight
Okay.
black coffee?
So 10 security guys have barged in.
Yep, they actually look more military than security or police. And the people that are Starport employees that you've been engaging with as you're moving the freight and all that sort of stuff, they seem to defer to them. naturally, because like the weapons they've got are like spanners and little hand portable arc welder things, and cutters and that sort of stuff. They don't have weapons like these guys. These guys have got some military grade weapons with them, and they are all in combat armor.
What kind of insignia would they have?
Yes.
You know?
So the insignia would be the colonial army, the colonial forces. So you have the colonial navy, the colonial army, the colonial marines.
So they're the planet's personal army, is what you're
they are Stardust's army. This is a army that comes in from all over Stardust. Remember the colonial forces that I know that's a bit of metagaming, but you fought in the previous game with? It's that army.
Yeah.
Colonial forces.
Okay. It's getting dark out here. Let me turn this camera. So I'm going to probably say, do they look hostile? Like they're going to threaten us?
At the moment, they don't look anything. They just made an inquiry. Who's the captain?
I say I'm in command of this ship right now. I'm the pilot. Yeah.
Right. Okay. Right.
Yeah, talk to him. Or talk to him. Talk to him.
Okay. Right. So
you were right the first time.
they say that part of their job, and they show you the one of the guys, the leader, the speaker, indicates that guy. He sort of puts a palm-sized sort of screen in front of him, and you read it, and he's got orders. Apparently, they are looking for deserters from the colonial forces, and part of their job is to check out every ship that's in port.
Gotcha.
So they do have a permission to do this. And Jacob, you don't need to roll. This is real. You can see that this is real.
Okay, so I would ask I see their documentation, and I say, well, I'm an ex-scout. I've left the service, and I'm working as a merchant now for a private firm. My credentials are good. You're welcome to see them. I'm very confident our crew is in the clear, so we're good. Yeah, we'll go with that.
So they'll just basically. I mean, as long as you don't stop them doing their business, you can follow them wherever you want to. They're just going to go about checking your ship, checking your freight, checking each person on board the ship. It takes all of about half an hour. They're fairly thorough, but you, Jacob, get to talk with the lead guy who's outside. He's got a person next to him who seems to be coordinating what everyone else is doing. And you do strike up a bit of a talk with him. He seems to be fairly affable. Yeah, so apparently there's what's been happening, and it seems to be quite, to his understanding, quite spread across the colonial forces. There seem to be people going missing.
From the service?
From the service, yeah. So they're looking for these presumed deserters, because there's no force that's been involved.
Strange. I was also asking, has there been anybody here who's been getting headaches or anxiety, something that seems like it might be psionically induced? We've had some issues with that ourselves, so no.
No. He doesn't. Psionics just says we don't mess with that.
Most people that are in the service are committed. A deserter is rare. Are you sure that there's not some other foul play with your soldiers?
Following orders. You know what it's like. You get an order, you follow it.
Yes, I understand.
We just been told that it's a great possibility that we've got lots of deserters at the moment for whatever reason, but it seems to be happening over a few systems that I'm aware of. I talked to my other buddies, and so he also, when he meets Victor, Dale, and I can't remember if anyone else, was Garen ever in the army or the military at all?
Yes.
Anyone with a military background, he's talks to you a bit more. Yeah. So you guys could be part of this discussion if you're part of the military.
Is it scout military?
Kind of. No, it's sort of affiliated. Yeah. It's affiliated.
Army and Marines are going to get hit harder by him.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So he talked to Victor and Dale quite a lot, but he talked to you and to Garen, because you guys are associated. I think, Stav, you're the only one that's not military. Is that right?
I was a scientist, not military.
Yeah. So you're about
the other. Oh,
you're about the only one that they sort of Yeah, you're that foreign body that sorry, but you don't
Civilian.
speak their speak. At least the scouts can sort of speak some of their speak. So yeah, so you get to talk to them about they haven't encountered anybody yet. They haven't found anybody, but they are looking for 17 individuals in this system alone.
Wow.
That
I say again to him that does not seem odd. Was there some kind of special mission that was fearful?
well, can't tell you if there is. I can't tell you. You know the rules, but since you're ex-Navy and Scout, if you can just watch out for anybody who you think might be, and he gives you a com number to contact him on.
Do we have any identifiers where we could see faces of some of the people missing, so that if we do find them, we can contact you? Is there any like screenshots of these folks?
He can't let you copy them, but he's going to show you them on the Palm tablet-y thing they've got. So it's right through. So there's a mixture of men and females. Male and female, sorry, I beg your pardon. Male and females, as they swipe through. There are some not super high, but high level people as well. You know, we're talking about the odd captain here, lieutenant. It's not just all sort of the grunts or anything. So yeah, so you sort of have a bit of an idea of the range of people that have gone AWOL, sorry.
AOL,
Yeah, AWOL.
AWOL. Yeah.
So yeah, so he says just watch out for them if you can. Give me a call. We'll deal with them. Don't engage them. We don't know how dangerous they are. We don't even know what their game is. But if you're approached by any of these, I would appreciate that call. And just take care and watch your backs. There's some. Yeah.
We shouldn't travel alone.
No.
Double team.
Yeah,
always.
Absolutely, or together. And we also have this psionic thing, so we're kind of stuck here. Now, I want to try something, and I'm going to ask Garen to do it too, is to take off her helmet. We'll be right there and see if she starts to feel any panic after these guys leave. I want to try that, but we're still here. So see if there's still panic aboard our ship. We're on our ship, right?
You're in the bay. You're in the bay. Yeah.
We're in the bay.
You're moving freight. They interrupt that. The other guys take hands off, and they sort of have to go up against the wall, so they can't be interfering with what the colonial forces are doing.
And these guys are in full gear combat armor?
They are in full gear. Yep.
What kind of weapons are they carrying?
Combination, auto rifles, laser rifles, sidearms. Yeah.
Yeah, you don't want to mess with these guys.
No.
Yeah. I agree.
Well, they're legit. So yeah, now we know as a crew we have a couple issues here. We have a strange, weird, high number of AWOL soldiers, and we also have this psionic anxiety that seems to be targeted on us. So,
and when you take off your meat popsicle, exactly. When you take off your helmet,
yes,
you sort of give me a 2d6 roll, please.
Okay, let me see. Straight 2D.
Yep.
Okay, here we go. 10.
Okay. You're waiting for something to happen, but nothing happens at the moment.
Okay.
There's nothing happening.
No, you can close it. Yeah. So nothing happens. I'm good.
Yeah, it's like you're really trying to, I don't know what you're trying to do, whether you're trying to sense anything, or you're trying to notice anything different about any sensations in your body or anything like that. There's nothing there that you wouldn't expect to be there. Garen, are you following through with his plan to take yours off to see if anything happens to you?
Yeah.
Jen?
Sorry, what?
Is Garen going to follow his plan and take her shield off to see if anything happens to her?
Is that what they want me to do?
Well, Jacob's just taking his off.
Anxiety. You could put it right back on, but see if you get that anxiety feeling again. So I'm good. I got my helmet off right now at the moment, but I have it ready to put back on.
Yep.
Okay, well, we're not by ourselves, obviously, right?
No, you're with the group in the bay.
If you start feeling strange anxiety, you could just put it right back on. We're trying to see if we still have a sign.
That's if I'm restricted and I can't put it back on. So I'll send you a sign. If I, put up my second finger, then that tells you that somebody has to put my helmet on for me. How's that?
Okay.
All right.
Cool.
Okay, so I take my helmet
Straight
off.
2D roll.
2d6 roll, please, Jen.
I think part of it is I rolled high. If you roll high, you're in the clear. If you don't,
We'll
roll
see.
low,
We'll see. If she rolls
Only
double
the ref
ones,
knows.
Uh,
that's all right.
hold on, I have to go back into
That's okay.
where were we?
You are in there.
Oh, okay. Then where the hell?
It's in roll 20. You got a dice roller.
Yeah, I just.
Straight 2D.
Well, when I went to the Hangouts, it. Oh, okay, here it is. I missed it out. Okay, so what am I rolling?
2d6, please.
2d6.
Straight.
Okay.
Ooh.
And you're sort of waiting. You're hesitant. You're anticipating something that's gonna blow your mind or something. And she sort of looks left, looks right, looks left again. Opens her mouth, sort of leans in a little bit, trying to is there anything I can really find anything? And you just end up shrugging your shoulders. There's nothing there.
All right.
But that doesn't mean you don't. If you want to, you can put your shield back on if you like. But there's nothing happening to you. There's no, and it doesn't mean there's an absence of anything. It's like numbness,
You're
but
not
it's just
feeling any anxiety right now.
no anxiety,
No.
no anger, no puzzlement, no. It's just as far as
Well,
you
I'm
can
putting it
tell,
back
normal.
on.
Yep. Well, sweet.
Yeah.
I'm putting it on.
Right, it's on.
Uh-huh.
So, the rest of the people are just putting up the bits and pieces of the freight that's come in, waiting for the next load to come in either later today or early tomorrow. But the rest of the day, there's not a hell of a lot of other things happening. So, are you staying on board ship, or are you venturing onto the starport itself? Remember,
I
you're the
would
one in the
say-
air, in the space.
I would say let's venture out. We have a little time. And
Mhm.
I want to
What?
venture out.
Go where?
Huh?
Go where? If you're
Go
gonna
around the
venture out.
starport. Ooh,
Can you read
Do
that?
what?
Kickapoo.
what the hell is it?
What does everyone else
Kickapoo
think?
drink. It's an American drink. Old American drink. It's really nice. Sorry. Discovered it in New Zealand. I thought, wow.
I've never heard of it before.
Maybe it's known under a different name.
No. You
What, Star Mac?
go
I
on
think
to
so, man.
Kickapoo.
Oh.
You look up it on
Oh.
YouTube and you'll see the ad for it.
Hey, this is wrong fun talking about Kickapoo. What is this? We're going to be criticized for this.
No, we're not because
No.
because now everyone pick up your Kickapoo and yeah, Kickapoo Joy Juice. That's what it says. Yep.
This is, hey, I got a little bit of English in me. We got some Earl Grey tea here.
Yeah,
Right.
Earl Grey's good. Mm.
Yeah.
Russian is nice. Russian grey. It's a bit stronger, but yep. Earl Grey's cool. Mint tea is really lovely. Anyway, back to the game. So Jacob, you want to sally forth into the starport itself?
Yeah,
So-
and I'm
so-
wondering if anybody would go with me. I might ask Dale, and it's a law level 1, you said, right?
Yep.
So if it's
Well,
law
no.
level-
Remember, the planet is law level 1. Starport is extra. What do they call it? Territory. It's outside of that. It's like the universal, international space, if you like. That
So-
still operates. That you have to have weapons, covered and da da. You don't walk around with weapons all over the place. It still bans the movement of
So
like
can we go
explosives
into
and
the
things.
regular city portion and step out of the starport?
That's way down on the surface.
So we can't carry any guns with us in the starport.
You
we
can,
carry-
as long as they are covered.
Okay.
In a zip up thing or something.
Encased?
Encased, yeah.
Like a holster, but we have easy access. to,
Not
right?
like a holster, no.
No. Like a case, like a violin case with
Yep.
lock and key.
That's the one. Yep. But no, take a dagger if you really think you need something.
Can I take my cutlass?
How are you going to explain why you've got a cutlass on the side of you?
That's true.
Dagger is nice and easy.
Maybe
I'm
we're
gonna
going
take
to
an
the.
auto. I'm gonna also take. I'm gonna be wearing cloth and reflect. I will take 2 auto pistols in a case in a backpack.
Okay.
Or so if I have to, I might be able to get some cover and take the auto pistols out of the case. So
Yep.
yeah, but I have a dagger with me. I'm also wearing cloth and reflect, and we're gonna go venture out into the starport. I want somebody to come with me. Garen, Stav, somebody, and maybe even Dale, somebody with smirk skills, and I want to investigate around to see if there's anybody watching us.
Yep. Dale, I think, doesn't have a lot of money, and he's also the only one that doesn't have a psi shield. Hang on, I'll just check.
Oh, did he buy one?
I'll stay on the ship then. Not that I said I was gonna leave the ship anyway.
Yeah.
Well, I'm asking you then, Garen, to come with me for a little walkabout and keep your psi shield on. We'll put our psi shields on, and we're gonna see if we sense or. None of us have any investigative type of skills, do we? I don't know how you would roll that.
Oh, we just walk around.
Unskilled. That's okay.
Yeah. We're going to walk around and see
Cool.
if we notice anything odd. We're looking for something odd, like somebody
Oh, there's lots of odd things, but that's just they're naturally odd.
Oh,
You know,
say,
aliens
did
and
you,
things.
Did you just say? Did you just say walkabout? You know, like.
That's the one. Okay, you go find the
that's what it's
outback.
called. It's the walkabout. It's true.
So, you get on the starport base itself. So, just to give you a bit of idea, it is a multi-layered thing. It looks kind of like a spinning top. There's about 3 layers above, and then the guts of the body, so to speak, which is around about 7 layers, and then it goes down into the needle shape sort of thing, which is about another. The needle itself is around about 400 meters, and that's just a basically giant antenna, really, not much else, apart from some other sensor gear. And then you got the maintenance and that sort of stuff below. So the level you're on is the mercantile concourse, which is basically where not every business, but lots of businesses, several restaurants, several bars, some, for those people who want it, there are accommodation sites that range from like the little pod in the wall stuff to actual rooms. There's the latest 3D movie theaters, Sensodomes, which they sort of operate on the old premise of like sensory deprivation, but then they fill the tank you're in with lots of different sensory stuff. Sort of the opposite of it. And there's aliens all over the place. There's aliens of all sorts. Sorry, Jacob?
Who's all along with me?
You and Naren. You do see and probably take a wide berth of a group that seem to be. There are six of them with a liaison person, and there's a small outrider, little low on the ground robots that sort of flash up a hollow sort of sign to you, so just saying, please be aware. The following us are Nephchilians. That's all it says.
Nephchilians.
Yeah.
Now, if you want some. We're not talking to Nephchilians. You're very polite and honorable. Now, Jen doesn't know, but the Nephchilians. Do you have an image of them, Steve? You put up.
I did once, but I'll have to find it for you and put it back into Discord when it's up and running. But go with what the social issues are.
They're very socially weird, and they have a strong social protocol. So you almost need to know how to talk to them or approach them, or you could offend them very easily. I may have a photo I could attach to Discord. Let's see if I can find one. Open Discord.
Yeah, and basically, Jen, should you create a social faux pas, that could range from something as minor as berating or as large as they will take your life.
Yeah.
So they are very weird people.
You do not want to offend them. Well, we've dealt with them in the past in the other game, but they're also cool. And as long as you maintain a good social protocol, you're good with them.
Yeah, so that's
Yeah.
why the robots are just flashing up these little hologram things. Beware, Nephilians coming. So they stand around about 7'2". They do look very odd. They are basically humanoid, tall and thin. They tend to wear like a robe, so to speak, a flowing robe, sort of the style, not perhaps a toga, but of the Roman sort of style. Very little embellishment. They all kind of look the same to you, apart from perhaps a little bit of different skin coloration. Some might be a darker pink or a reddish colour, others not. But yeah, very hard to tell gender with a Nephthys. You just don't know which is what, which again, of course, creates other social issues. If you approach them and call them a sir when they're a female, or a female when they're a sir. So yeah, so they are a minefield waiting to go off. Most people tend not to want to engage with a Nephilian, even though there is some benefits to engaging with them.
Yeah.
So you sort of, at the moment, you sort of try to take
Well,
a wide circuitous route.
We're not going to be rude. We do know enough to be polite in passing, so we're not going to mess with the Nephilians that way. But I also look around for like anything odd, like humans. I just downloaded a picture of Nephilians in the Discord chat.
Oh, he looks like.
Is that Discord working again?
It is actually.
Oh,
Cool.
okay. Well,
Yes, it is working again.
Well, that's okay though.
Yep.
In Steve Stardust next, I attached a picture of a Nephilian.
Cool.
I
Okay.
got one of my files.
So you can see what it is. They're very odd. You see lots of other races, and mostly humans. The other races do tend to cluster, or they
They're staying together.
There might be the odd group that sort of are a bit mixed, but not terribly mixed. So lots of mercantile. Although you can pretty much assume that almost everybody on this level, it's something to do with mercantile business. So there are some people who are like willing to hire themselves out as brokers and all that sort of stuff. Of course, the different rates and all that sort of thing. There are some entertainment places, as I said before. There are some places that can provide some sort of consumables. The other cool thing is, if you go to the bazaar section, it's kind of the melting pot. Well, the most comfortable and safest part of the melting pot of where all the different alien cultures are there, and they'll do trade across sort of more barter than actually have any official prices and that sort of stuff. So you could go to a bazaar and you could pick up some really interesting stuff if you want to. Of course, you can pick up a whole lot of dross, a whole lot of garbage, but you know the things with the little seashells with the eyes painted on and that sort of stuff. You can sometimes get some of that stuff as well if you're not careful. But you can get, if you really develop your observation skills, you can pick up some good bargains, or just some good stuff to keep for yourself.
Oh, sorry, I stepped away a minute.
That's okay. So I don't know, Garen, do you want to go visit the bazaar to see what's there, or?
Yeah, sure, why not?
Okay. Right.
I'm with her, right?
Yep.
Okay.
So in the bazaar, it's a lot more mixed aliens, hawking their wares. So it's small pop-up shops really more than anything else. So each shop would take around about an 8x8 sort of area, and
kind of like a festival, yeah.
kind of, yeah,
or
yeah,
booths
kind of
or
like that. There are some food stores there that are selling questionable things.
They could change all quickly, is what you're saying.
Yep.
Right? Yeah.
Moving through stuff. Is there anything in particular that Garen that you're looking for? I know what Jacob's looking for. Is there any particular items you'd be interested in? Jen, Garen?
Not really. I was hoping to just see something of interest.
Okay.
You know, I'm not a collector of something or whatever.
Okay, so you do find what could become sort of like a poncho. It's a piece of cloth that's got a slit in it, and it's made from God, what's the name of that place with the dragons on it? No, can't remember it. But there's a planet, and the main alien race look like humanoid dragons. And on this planet, there's also creatures that, like spider silk, spin a thread, and this material is made of that thread. It's extremely robust, and this one is in a really quite catching sort of fire engine red color.
Interesting.
If you want it.
I don't remember those creatures from the other.
Yeah, they're in the handout. I just can't remember the name of them. But
Are you saying that ponchos are made of the spider thread, or some other item of clothing is made of the spider thread?
the poncho-y thing.
Okay.
It's in the handouts. What in like?
In the player's handout thing that I gave you. No, right at the start.
Oh, yeah.
I haven't. No, it's not in the handouts in Roll20. It's the one
in
I
the
emailed.
handouts in
The one that I emailed
okay.
to everybody.
Okay.
Originally when we started the game. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll find it.
Anyway, so I think it's the Baori is the name of the
I only
people.
printed I'll have to go check the email again.
Yeah, that's okay. Don't worry. It's just a reference thing at the moment.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay. You move through. There's lots of pottery. There's lots of that sort of bric-a-brac. There's a singing rock.
Singing rock.
Yep. You put your ear to it, and it actually is making noise. It's called a singing rock, and it's just, and you've got a range. Some are high, some are low. That's right. Stardust next handbook. Yep.
More like an annoying rock.
No, actually, it's quite relaxing.
No, it's not. Okay.
Yeah.
Singing bass, but a rock.
Yeah, but a singing rock.
Okay.
Yep.
Moving on.
Yep.
The next table.
Yep. So you see all sorts of different things. You see different jewelry, all that sort of stuff. It's just a mix of bits and pieces, really. So Jerry, if you can give Jacob, can give me a 2d6. What is his? Let me think. What's his social standing?
His social standing's only 6.
Okay, no. Okay, 2d6.
Straight 2d6. Okay, I'm gonna get on that right now.
Why? What are you doing?
Okay, he's having me roll for something. I'm checking around. I rolled a 9.
Oh.
That's
Okay.
6, so.
You spot 2 people who you think, and I'm not saying it is, but you think maybe they bear a resemblance to the people that you saw on the palm pad.
All right, how far away are they from me?
They're about 20 odd meters. They're in the area, but there's a couple of shops in between you.
Do I have like dark glasses on? I'm gonna act like I'm watching Garen look at the singing rocks, but I'm just gonna keep an eye on them and observe them out of the corner of my eye with dark glasses on, so they don't think I'm looking at them, but I am. And I'm trying to see, and of course we have our size shields on, and I'm trying to see if they're watching us or not. What do I pick up on that? Are they watching us or no?
As far as you can tell, they appear to be oblivious to you.
But they look familiar from the past.
You think they look at the palm pad, so you might have to get Garen to sort of see if she can see them and perhaps double check or something. I don't know.
I kind of mentioned to Garen as she's looking at the rocks, I said, maybe check your palm pad, don't turn around, but there's or if you do it discreetly. I think I recognize those 2 over there.
God, is somebody after us again?
I don't know.
Oh,
So-
I told you to stay on the ship. God.
Are you having a look at all, Garen?
I'm not gonna look. I'm gonna do what he said the first time. I'm gonna.
If you do discreetly, take a look discreetly, or like turn around with the rock in your hand and then look up, and I'll look down at the rock as you look at them.
Okay, I will try to do that.
Give me a 2d6 roll, please.
2d6.
You have a quick look. You don't You don't see the resemblance that he's seeing.
I don't know, man.
Do they look like deserters?
They bear a resemblance to you, Jacob.
Ah. Interesting. Well,
Yeah, you could be totally misjudging it, and these could be just very similar people that we will harass and for nothing.
but I rolled a 9. So it's a successful roll. I'm going to keep on watching them, some of those AWOLers, see what they do. And now they struck my curiosity.
Okay, so they seem to be they quickly move through each table, but they do tend to look and purchase clothing. They buy some street food, and then they sort of look like they're heading to exit the bazaar.
Do you want to go follow them? What are you talking about?
Discreetly.
Oh, this is madness.
Discreetly. We're going to follow them as they leave the bazaar. We're going to leave the bazaar without making any purchases. And we'll follow them discreetly. We're going to keep a safe distance and just act like we're nonchalantly leaving the bazaar. And
I didn't catch Jen from Garen. What is she wearing and taking with her on this trip when she left the ship apart from the Psy Shield?
Well, with me, I have my a blade, which is in a chest sheath.
Mm-hmm.
I'm wearing a dagger, wristwatch, magnetic compass, hand calculator, short-range communicator, and I have my cloth armor with
reflect,
reflect, and I also have my rifle with the telescope sight, depending on the mission. So we're not on a mission, so I'll leave that behind.
Okay. Rightio. So you both are moving sort of as you can around the crowds and people that move towards you and away from you, all that sort of stuff. Jacob, can you please give me a 2d6 roll?
Okay. So we're going to do a straight 2d6 roll, and I rolled a 5.
Okay. You track them for about a minute or so, and then you lose them briefly. Well, you've lost them. So you and Garen can try again, having a sort of look around, or do you want to stay where you are and look for them, or do you want to move closer to see if you need to? What do you want to do?
Well, I can check to see if where they are, just discreetly, in case they're hiding and they're watching us watch them.
Okay, cool.
So what do I do for that?
Flat 2d6, please. Okay, you having a look? You can't see them anywhere.
Okay.
Did they know we were watching them?
We don't know.
How
if
do you
they
know?
We know. Exactly. We gotta get out of the bazaar. We gotta get out of here.
Yeah.
Let's just go and watch our back on the way back. He's liable to shoot us.
There's something to these guys, though.
Yeah, but we don't know. What are we gonna do?
I say we're going to look around a little.
Walk around until we walk into a trap.
Let's walk around a little more and keep our eyes out again.
Okay.
I didn't bring my med kit, you know.
That might have been a good thing, but okay. 2d6 from each of you, please.
Walking around.
2d6 from each of us.
Oh, each of us? Okay.
Yeah, I'm failing.
Yep. No.
Lost them.
Yep. Looking through the crowd, there's aliens, there's humans, there's people in all sort of dress. Garen, you sort of see people turning left, and the only thing that's memorable about it is they're wearing one of those really brightly coloured pieces of cloth you saw back at the bazaar.
Oh, some guy turned left wearing a colorful fabric.
There's something to that fabric, too.
God.
You would notice that, but I wouldn't notice it because I wasn't.
She just told you. But she just told you.
I told you and I nudged you. He's turning left. It's turning left. That crazy fabric.
Crazy fabric.
Are we going to follow him or are we going to talk here in chat?
We're going to follow him. Hang on 1 second.
Right. So, Garen, you've seen them. So, are you wanting to go roughly their speed, or a little bit slower, or a little bit faster?
A little bit slower,
Okay.
just in case.
Yep.
Yeah.
So you move slowly. Probably put Jacob just to your left, and a little bit in front of you.
Mhm.
Hey, self-preservation.
This is
And
his idea.
yep. So you get to the corner. He's going to turn first. That's right, Pierre. He's going to turn first, and it turns into a corridor. So you've got the main passageway, which is like something like 30 feet wide, and then you go into a corridor, which is roughly standard, sort of 5 foot wide, and it just goes off.
Okay, hold on. It just goes off?
Just goes off around about 80 feet. It ends in a door, but on each side, there's, at the start of it, there's a couple of shops, and then it seems to go into just doors, and at the end where it just seems to stop, on the left there does seem to be another passageway off right at the end on the left side. No one's
I
there.
don't like this man. I don't like this man.
So that's where it narrows. Well, I guess I'm not there yet, but that's where
Yeah.
it narrows.
Yep, pretty much. Now, Garen,
Yeah.
the speed they were going with, even if at full tit, they wouldn't have got down that corridor in time. By the time you got there, they were either in one of those doors or one of those shops.
Do you want to check out the shops, man? I'm not going to any closed doors.
Let's open the closed door.
What?
Can I open my case first and get my pistol out?
What are you doing? You're escalating this whole situation. I want to go back to the ship now.
Let's open the door.
If you're going to be taking out your gun and going into closed doors, which could probably
put it
be
in my
private, by the way,
I'm just gonna take
it's
it out of the
private.
case.
What if there's somebody doing something behind those doors? I
Then we'll know
personally
what's
don't want to
going
see. I don't want to see something you can't unsee. Okay, why don't we just go back to the ship, man?
We could do that.
Forget it. We lost them. Just forget it. I don't want a bullet in my back today. I've already been shot. I'm not doing that again.
Yeah, but you're all healed up. You're
So
you're
what?
you're
The pain, I can still feel the pain.
I want to go in the door, but I'm gonna take. I can't. Can I take my pistol out of the case?
Okay, tell you what. I'll stand
yeah.
here, and you go to the door. I'll cover your back. How's
Okay.
that?
But you don't have a gun. All right, I'm gonna take.
Yes.
Okay,
Oh,
you do that.
okay.
Okay, you start heading down the corridor, starting to
Okay.
take your auto pistol out of its case. Garen, you're on the corner, just leaning, just watching every now and then, perhaps. Two cops come by
Oh no!
and walk straight past you, Garen. They don't really look down the corridor.
I have it concealed still though.
Yeah, but you know what's going to happen if you get caught.
If I get caught, I'm in trouble.
Yeah, you're in trouble.
So we wave at them and hi and pass by them.
No, you don't. They don't see you. You don't see them. Garen sees them.
Oh,
She's just acting very cool. If they turn into the corridor,
Yeah.
then you got trouble.
Yeah, that's right. I'm very cool.
Yeah.
Brushing the dust off my shoulders.
Yep. Leaning up against perhaps the wall somewhere or something. I don't know.
That's right.
I want to open the door. I mean,
Okay. Left or right? Which door do you want to go to first?
which one did it seem they went through? I don't know.
Doesn't
I
know.
don't know either. Exactly.
You're
I
around
don't
about
know
30
either.
feet down the corridor.
They
There
just-
are
Oh,
two doors on your left and three on your right, and one at the far end. But it's doubtful that they were in the far end one.
just-
I'm opening the first left.
Okay. It's locked. Of course, it would be locked.
Okay, I'm opening the second left.
It's locked. They
Okay.
both of them have the same sort of thing. They have a numeric pad. They also have an intercom button and a little weeny TV screen.
Oh, but you could hit a buzzer on it, hey? It's like an apartment.
Mhm.
All right, I'm gonna go to the first door on the right and see if it's unlocked.
Same thing. They all seem to be. There seem to be some sort of accommodation or storage units. You're not sure. You haven't got them behind them yet. Probably more accommodation or closed offices or something. Because why would you have a TV screen on a storage area?
If the coast is clear, I'm going to agree with Jen, and we're going to bail, and I'm going to put my gun back in the case.
Okay.
Too much shit going on, man. We got to get the group if you want to go investigate.
Yeah, I say let's head back. But I take note of the location, and I say there is something here, and we're going to head back into the main area and leave it behind. Because we're not breaking, we're on a hunch. We can't
breaking into anything. No, I'm not breaking and entering.
We don't have a lead on anything. We just have a hunch.
All right.
Yeah, your hunch.
Okay. You guys get back. You might pick up your favourite beverage on the way back or something. I don't know. Or
Kickapoo.
Kickapoo. Get some Kickapoo. Joy juice.
That's the nastiest thing I've ever seen.
Yum. It's lovely.
I don't need no joy juice.
It's lovely. What can I say? But yep. So you get some Kickapoo, 10%. Well, you're an adult. You want the adult version.
Well, I've got enough joy juice in the ship there.
Right.
Joy juice.
Right.
Here's to some joy juice.
Look, even without him, you guys, one of you is taking this down the gutter level. But anyway, you guys get back to the ship. It's, I don't know, it's afternoon by the time a call comes over. Stav, you get it. You just happen to be in the cockpit. Apparently, there's some military guy who would like to meet aboard your ship.
Stav's not with us anymore. Where's he?
Stav, he's in the ship.
He's not in the call. It's just you.
What?
He's not on the call, Steve.
And he's out of role play, roll 20 as well.
Oh, did he
Something's...
is that fit? Oh, yeah, there's somebody missing.
Bugger, I don't know what's going on with the internet today.
Yeah.
Well,
your Hangouts is working great, but
I know.
we don't have any staff, so it's just Jen and I playing right now.
Is he in Discord?
Right. Hey, we're getting most of those credits now.
Arguing over Imagine money, good stuff. Richard would be proud of you guys.
Here, players. Instead of 833, it's 2,500 each.
Yeah, right. He's not in Discord at all. Yeah.
He's not in Discord. He's not here.
Okay, we'll just have to hope he can reconnect. I don't know where Richard. I thought Richard would have popped in by now, but okay, we will keep going.
Richard thinks he was coming late, right?
Yep.
Oh.
He did, but he's never sure. All right, keep going, Steve.
Yeah,
so we're back.
You're back. So Stav calls you up to the cockpit.
Yeah.
So it's a military attaché who's contacting you on behalf of his superior. He'd like to meet on board your ship.
Okay.
Radio. So he'll be there and he'll give you the time and all that sort of stuff. It's later.
Can I ask what it pertains to?
I cannot reveal that at this time.
Very well then.
Yeah. Okay, so it's 1800 hours basically is when he's going to meet. 6 o'clock. Of course, there's the communication from the airlock, which leads into your bay, which leads into your ship. So you've got a major there who comes up, comes on board, and there he is, I think. Yep, cool. He'll be back soon. Must have been something there with his internet. Sorry. I had his name. Grober.
Grober.
Yeah. Major. Whoops. Grober. Yep. So, not Major, but Major. Anyway. Yeah. So Major Grober there. He represents the colonial forces, and he's wondering if he heard from. Oh, he's off again. Oh, there he is. Oh, something weird's happening. Anyway, he has heard from some of his other men that you have mostly a military crew on board your ship. Well, ex-military or attached to.
Pretty much, yes.
Well,
Yeah.
Scouts, and we have a scientist, and
well, scientists, yeah, they have their
Yeah.
uses. But he was what he wants to do. He says, if you would be willing, because I need somebody who's not in the military who might be prepared to carry out a task for us that we need done.
Am I there and listening to this?
If you want to be, you can.
Yeah, you are.
As you are all. He says,
Can you
obvious.
speak stuff?
Can you what?
Nothing.
What?
Oh, okay. So he says, as you are all would be aware, that of course this information stays on board the ship. But we need a group of people who are experienced to act as bait.
What? Well,
Because you're not military, we can't order it, of course, but I have been able to gather some funds, and basically, should anything happen to your ship, we can repair that at the local Navy bay. I'm prepared to offer the ship 25,000 credits to be bait. We have an unidentified ship in the area. We want you to go about your business, prepare to leave the system, wherever you need to go. But we want to see if you can bring them out. So we'll give you a specific course to run through. We will have some dark ships waiting along the way. We'll give you an emergency call sign that you can use, and we'll get there as soon as we can. So we're talking about some up-to-date like 6G fighters here, so they've got a pretty good response time.
yeah, but the problem is we don't have any experience being bait. So that
you
might
don't-
we
have
do
a
have
problem.
piloted gunner experience, and you're a scout, so we're spacers. We get how that works.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to need to leave our cargo here because we don't want our cargo damaged in any way.
Oh, so you're just throwing us all under the bus then?
No, I'm just suggesting. I haven't made a decision yet, but you're a good gunner, Garen, and
No, I'm not a gun.
Yeah, you are. You're a gunner.
See, the thing is, Jerry, if you're going to jump out of the system, you've got to jump out of the system, which means you don't have your fuel, you don't have your freight on board.
Yeah. So they want us to jump out of the system.
Go about your business, jump when you're ready to jump. We'll give you the flight plan. We will populate it with various dark vessels to help you should you be attacked by this unidentified ship.
Well, we tell them the only problem is we can't have this cargo damage. This isn't really my ship. I work for Jupiter Keller. I go into that explanation. We could probably pull this off, but we can't leave for a couple days. So we have to leave.
We don't mind when you do it. Just we understand that you'll be leaving once you get your cargo. I believe Jupiter Keller was also in the Colonial Marines. This guy's done his homework. Yeah. And he says, well, as a Colonial Marine, I'm sure he'd be willing to support the Colonial Forces.
He probably would, yes. So I think.
So he's willing to hand his butt up on a tray, huh?
Well, they'll any damage that's done.
They'll sort out the ship. Yeah.
Oh yeah, but if we're blown out of the system, then
Yeah.
What then?
But that doesn't. He says, doesn't it get a little bit more emphasis on your ability to shoot them out of the system first?
That's not the point.
We don't care if we capture them alive. We want the evidence. We want what sort of ship it was. If you can get them alive, that's great. If you don't, and you need to kill them, you kill them. We can still gather the information we need through forensics.
So you have pirates, in other words, that are in the system, and you have a lead on them, and you want us to try to bring them out and trap them.
We don't know if they're pirates or not. We know it's an unidentified ship.
But we don't have
And
any
that's
information about them. They want us to be spies. They want us to be baits. They want
just
us to
bait.
just
We
do
don't
their
need you to be
dirty work.
spies.
Well, we're going to bring you information, right?
Eventually.
Well, that's a spy then. And we're being bait.
How do we get paid? We'll be jumping away.
We'll pay you the 25,000 credits when you leave the starport.
So then you'll be paying us 25,000 credits right away.
Yeah.
When you leave the starport.
So we'll get paid as we're leaving.
Yep.
What the heck? I mean, we're bored. This is boring now, so we might as well be bait. What the hell? That's my vote. The rest of the crew, any votes? You want to be bait?
I'll do it if you pay us the 25,000 credits now.
No, they're going to pay us when we leave, so we'll get the money up front. And then what is that? That's 4,000 each or something? 5,000
something
each?
like, yeah, for something. 420 each or something.
Yeah, that's okay.
4,200, I mean.
4,200 each.
So we'll get the 25,000 credits in a couple of days?
Yep, when you leave the system, basically. You detach from the
Now, are
starport,
these the
it'll be
same-
transferred
are these-
over, you follow the flight plan, you jump out. If nothing happens, you're $25,000 richer, gold credits richer. If something happens, you've got the skills and it looks like you've got the ship to handle yourselves, and you'll also have our support.
Nice. Well, let's take the money. We're supporting the colonial forces. Our boss would be happy about it. And you know what? If you have to fire your turrets, we've done well in battle before. And we're still going about our business at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
It's a win-win-win-win. We need a little action. I'm bored here. Is this the same guy that would know about the deserters? I would mention to him about the two people I've seen in this strange hallway. And
Okay, he needs the exact location.
I give it to him. I tell him exactly where.
Thanks you very much. Obviously, we don't offer a price on anyone's head when they desert, but know that you serve the colonial force as well.
I just know that they stood out to me. I wasn't sure. They were in the bazaar.
We'll investigate.
They were buying the items. They went down this hallway. We tried to follow, to pursue. The doors were locked. I did not want to be caught with a gun out of case, so we went back. We put it locked up. We were preparing to defend ourselves or question them, but
We?
Yeah.
You were preparing to defend.
Well, you were with me.
And
It's a team
I was
effort.
gonna-
You were
you
my
know,
lookout, right?
I was your lookout.
Hey, you were.
That's as far as I was. If you went into that door, I swear to God, I wasn't following you.
Oh, hey guys, I'm back. My
Hey, Pierre.
computer crashed and blue screen. What did I miss so far? Something about a major Grover?
Grover, yep. The group got approached by a major Grover, and the group are now going to be a bait when they jump out of system. There's an unidentified ship in the system. You guys are going to be bait, but the group's going to get 25,000 credits for being bait. And you'll be supported with a whole lot of dark fighter ships all along the specified route that you're going to be taking.
So
this is bait for pirates?
He didn't say pirates. He just
They
said...
didn't say pirates. They didn't say pirates.
No, he said unknown ship.
Unknown.
So it could be an alien ship, it could be pirates,
Hey,
it could be anything.
That's what I got.
You got ice cream.
I got ice cream, strawberry pink ice cream. Yum, yum, yum.
Yeah, I like pudding too, though.
All right, go ahead.
So, sorry, what did you say you have there, Jury? Oh, right, lovely.
Strawberry ice cream
Right.
without the joy juice.
You just toss
How
that
do
in.
you know that? You don't know.
Oh God, that'd be revolting. knowing the taste of this stuff and strawberry would not work. No.
Kickaboo.
Yeah, it'd be kick a poo, alright. Yeah, take a poo. But anyway, okay. So, the rest of the time, are you going to be going off ship or staying on ship or in the bay?
I don't know. What do you think?
I'm not leaving the ship. I'm gonna go have a coffee.
Okay, right out. You have the coffee. And
Yeah, you want to take a walk around the starport with me?
Yeah, because I saw some nice lace pillows that say "mother" and all sorts of stuff like that. So I want to check it out and see if I can buy a couple of whatever you call it, knickknacks.
Bring a
Knickknacks.
gun. Bring a gun, Steph.
I'm gonna have both. I'm gonna leave the same with the same weapons, the same gear as last time, and Stav and I are gonna take a walk around. And of course, I'm looking around investigatively, watching everything around me.
Okay. Steve, what are you taking?
It's a safe conical starport. What could possibly go wrong?
Exactly. Any number of things. What are you taking with you, Steve?
Yeah, I don't think so much is permitted, isn't it? With a one. Wait a minute. What kind of law? Well, they said the starport
The law,
doesn't want
yeah.
open
The
weapons.
starport isn't the same law level. It's that international water sort of territory stuff where it's agreed that there's certain levels of stuff that don't happen. As long as you're carrying a weapon inside a case, probably most people were carrying daggers that are just hidden somewhere, and there'd be the odd person trying to carry a body pistol hidden somewhere. But apart from that, yeah.
Yes, Stav is. He has the combination of cloth and reflect armor, which is
Cool.
pretty much the max thing we can typically buy,
Yep.
and the size shield and the blade and the laser carbine in what does not really convincingly look like a viola case.
Right.
In a very unconvincing viola case. Everybody will notice, from the mafia movies that it would be obviously a weapon in it.
Right. Okay. He's moving out with that. That last thing's quite a big thing to move with, but that's okay. Okay.
No, not a cello. It's a viola size.
Yeah, no. Yeah.
A carbine. Okay, laser carbine is what I got.
That's the carbine, but you got to take the power pack with you, which is always one on the back.
Right.
Yeah. So it's quite a big thing.
And I got. Well, I also carry a 5 kilo electronic tool kit. I don't know if I don't want to
Just
carry.
take the shotgun. Shotgun will fit in there.
Yeah.
I would.
I don't. Oh, okay, but that's a ship locker thing. You're right. I'll take that.
In a
Shotgun will
case.
fit in there easier.
In
You're a
case.
musician. You're a hipster musician.
So yeah, I look like a
pillows with
hipster
mom on
musician
them.
with a clarinet case, except it's a shotgun.
Okay. Rightio. Steph trying to look very gangster. You guys get ready to go. Stev, you said you've got your shield as well, huh?
Size shield, yes.
So shield, yeah. Jerry, what skills do you have around electronics?
Oh, God. I don't think I have any. What do I have? I don't. I have mechanic 1.
Okay, can you give me a 2d6 minus 3, please?
Ooh. I have navigator 2. I've got computer 1. I don't have electronics.
Yep.
2d6 minus 3. Hold on.
I have an electronics 1 if that does anything.
It's going to possibly come into handy right now. Yep. Give me a 2d6 plus 1, please. Pierre?
Staff? Okay.
I'm obviously not getting anywhere well.
No, not with a 1, no. Unfortunately not.
Blah.
And stab, no, that's all cool. Okay, rightio. So you guys go out into the area.
Mm-hmm.
Looking around. Are you heading towards that other area that you're at?
That we were at?
Yeah.
I don't
Or
think
you-
I was there the first time.
No, I'm just asking if Jacob's going back there, or where do you want to go?
You mean the strange corridor area he tells
Yeah.
me about?
Yeah.
I would go back to the bazaar area, I think.
Okay.
And that's not that far from the corridor area.
Yep.
I would point and explain to Stav that about the corridor.
Yeah, guys in robes and a door, some sort of access. It's obviously a cult leading to their little
That's
mosque,
right.
temple, or whatever.
That's it.
And they got some kooky name like Dalai Islamas or
You've got it, Stav.
Jiu-Jitsus for Jesus.
Yep. Jiu-Jitsus.
Jiu-Jitsus for Jesus of the Judo Christian persuasion.
That's the one. Fighting nuns. Anyway, you go through the bazaar. There's lots. I mean, Stav is the sort of guy who likes bric-a-brac. His eyes light up. There's lots of things you could take here.
Little Elvis, porcelain Elvis statues.
Alien
with a
Elvises,
clock
of course.
on it.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
little figures that rock with a spring side to side. Little aliens. You even find a Nephilian little alien thing that rocks. Bobble-headed Nephilian.
Okay, yeah, I forgot
Don't
to.
mess with that. That might mess with the protocol.
Yeah, I don't know how they would react to us buying little tiny versions of them. But no, I'm just looking for more conventional Earth
There's no
style.
Chileans at the shop. It's just the guy selling
Oh,
them.
all right. Yeah, but if I'm carrying a little statue of something
Well,
and
you
it
can
looks
put it
like,
in a bag. You could do that.
yeah, yeah, okay. No, it's not
No. Okay,
not
that's all cool.
arousing me yet.
Rightio,
Nothing.
you come across those really bright, brilliantly coloured woven cloth things. I don't know if you go and have a look at them at all.
I would ask about those. What do these symbolize? I asked the storekeeper.
Symbolises is they just wear. You just wear them. They're highly resistant to damage. They don't seem to wear out. The colours don't stain out. It doesn't stain. Highly resistant to water, even water with a high level of acid in them. But it's expelling all the things. It doesn't shrink. It breathes well. Blah 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 blah. Very light. Keeps you warm. Um, you know, lots of different
Okay,
properties to
well,
it.
Stav doesn't worry about this poncho thing,
Yep,
and I don't know if it takes over your mind or something like that, but I'm
could
not
do.
speculating. I'm
I'm
leaving it
not
alone.
touching it more
Yep.
than that. I
But
just asked.
it's in a variety of fluoro colours. That's all I can say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think I have much need for that because
Yep.
shipboard people, what do they like? They like the spacey one pieces. That's
And
what
it's-
they
Oh,
like.
there's a guy there that's doing some of those.
Is there jumpsuits in this material?
No. But the guy says if you give him a couple of days and you give him your measurements, he can make you one.
Yeah, because the common futuristic shipboard jumpsuit look.
Yeah.
I describe it to him.
And so he gives you a selection of colours. As I said, they're all fluoro. Which colour do you want?
Okay.
Do the colors signify anything?
Only if you need them to, he says.
Yeah.
I take
Stab
a
is
pass.
being rather light-hearted about it. He says, "Oh, look, you got infragreen. No, you got gangrene, infrared, ultraviolet.
Yep.
You know, blue, whatever, blueberry blue.
Yep. But all highly
Nah.
neon-y coloured.
I don't know. That doesn't send me. That doesn't really. That doesn't really push me over the edge.
Okay, well, I've
buy
got
one of these
this.
things.
I don't need to bring this out because most people aren't interested in it. He pulls out this one that's a sort of a white, but it's like a brilliant white.
Oh yeah, like in real life, you can put optical brighteners in cloth,
Hmm.
and they pull down ultraviolet light and they reflect it back in the visible range. So it's
Yep.
where you have those detergents that make things look whiter than white.
Yep. This is
Yeah,
cloth
really
made of
hard
that.
on the eyes.
Yep.
Tide Pods.
No.
I'm taking a pass on all of this, and I'm looking
Yeah.
around.
Yeah, forget it.
Oh, the guy's disappointed that he couldn't sell you anything.
Yeah,
Um,
I'm still going through the kitsch, like the 5,000-watt book light that you hang onto a book and
Right.
crazy stuff like that.
Okay. You come across an ancient. It's in the ancient unknown section of the bazaar. It seems to be a little plastic thing. The bottom part of it seems to represent like it's got a stalk on a stand, and then probably on the stalk there's a sort of plant thing, bushy thing, and on top of that there's the top half seems to be a semi-naked female who has covering over her breasts, and she has long black hair, and she's got her hands out to one side, and it wobbles.
Oh, you gotta buy that. Come on.
Like a hula girl. Holy cow!
Wow.
Yeah. Does it react to sound? So you got to play
The
the
breath
music
wobble or
and
does
it
the
moves
head?
right to the
Maybe
rhythm.
It's the Koroshaw. It's disguised as the Koroshaw, man.
Yeah,
Does it have electronic abilities or anything?
Stab would know that.
Yeah,
Well, the guy
that-
he pushes a little button on it, and the light lights up, so it sort of illuminates the skirt.
Oh, we always want to illuminate the skirt. Yeah.
Okay.
Could you see this on the bridge? Could you see this on the shelf in the front window on the
Look
bridge?
good on the front of the bridge. I look over at Stop. Right by the pilot seat. Yeah.
And
I'm the
I
navigator.
just
I'm
want
gonna
to
have
say, in the
How much? How
coolest,
much?
in the coolest black and chrome, there are a pair of fluffy dice.
Fluffy dice. Oh yeah, that would be. They got to put that on our windshield. Rear windshield.
Okay, right. 7 credits later, you are the proud owner of a set of fluffy dice and a hula hula girl who has a light up skirt.
I'm going to buy a half credit lighter in case I have to burn that crap later.
All right. Who knows? That may save you one day.
I call Garen. I said, Garen, wait till you see what we bought. I call over the top. You're gonna love this.
A good kitchen flamer out in the jump can save your life, you know. And he
Yeah.
sets the flame to be like 12 inches high.
Okay, so two of you give me
No-
a 2d6 roll for your observations, please, when you're ready.
Yes. All right.
Well, that was fun. Lots of amusing
I
jump.
got a 7.
Not seeing anyone. Stev, you're sort of seeing people, but you're not quite sure what you're looking for. You sort of point out several. Well, you don't point out because you want to be pretty careful, but you sort of direct in a direct, sort of saying in a direction to Jacob, over there. What about those three over there? What about that one over there? What about? He's
I don't
not
know if
seeing them though, really.
Yeah, I don't think Stab would have paid much attention when the military dudes showed their palm pad with some wanted type photos. Stab may not have been the best one to pay attention to that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you do spot Stav, the lead guy from the security patrol. He's in civvies. He's wandering around.
In civilian clothes.
Mm.
I wasn't the military type, so I probably have no reason to address him. I'd point him out to Jacob.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Hey, isn't that the guy who stopped us and
And I recognize him.
Yeah, I love military types who randomly harass cargo ships. You know,
Yeah.
it just makes my day.
So what is he doing? I observe him. What is he up to?
Just moving around several of the shops. Seems to be picking up some clothes, eating a bit of street food.
Now, was he affiliated with the other Gerber guy that?
Well, but you got the idea that he informed Gerber. Grober,
so
rather.
I'm gonna approach him and say hello.
He sort of looks at you and says, hello?
Yeah, Jacob Promethean of the Shalimar. You boarded us, I believe. I seen you walking, and I thought I would say hi.
Sorry, you got me confused with somebody else. I've never seen you in my life.
Really?
Yeah,
You
yes,
you are a military, right?
No, definitely not. And he sort of moves away from you and moves in through
I'm
into
sorry
the
then
crowd.
for the misunderstanding.
Yeah.
And I leave him be. I go, something's weird here. Did you have a twin brother? He's not military, or I don't know. That was the guy, wasn't he?
It looked exactly like the guy.
Yeah.
I'm almost certain.
Oh, this is a bad. I'm getting a bad feeling here, Stab. I think these guys might be setting us up. Something's not right.
Well, earlier today he stopped our ship, and we were probably one among many. But why would
Several
he
days ago.
recognize us now?
Several days ago.
Or several days ago, yeah. Is he going through so many ships he's not remembering us? What is going on here?
Or was that somebody else disguised as him, or is there something else going on here? How legit is this mission plan?
Well, either he changed now, or the original time when we were stopped was a fake stop, and a fake inspection.
And we might be on a fake route too. Maybe they're full of shit and they're leading us into a trap, and there is nobody following behind us. I'm talking to Stav. Something's not right. So we're gonna go. I want to go to the colonial base and see if we can find Grober.
Well, you won't be able to go to the base, but you can try to contact him.
I'm gonna try to contact Grober and say I have an issue here.
So you get his aid first.
Yes. This
How
is
can I help you?
Jacob of the Shalimar. I need to talk with Grover.
It's about.
It's about an operative mission we can't talk over the lines about that he's acquired us for. And some
One
concerns.
moment, please. And, pretty quickly, Grover appears on the screen.
Was there a code name for this mission
No.
that would be safe
No.
to mention? No.
No.
All right, is it okay to talk here, or can we meet somewhere? I asked him.
I'm happy to meet. Have you got some more information?
Well, I just have a concern because one of your operatives who was searching our ship, I ran into him at the bazaar, and he has no recollection of us.
He
And
says
seems to
that wasn't, and he gives you the name of the guy, Sergeant somebody.
I said, yeah, I believe that was
So how long ago did you see him?
5 minutes ago.
Right. Okay. Get back to your ship. He's gone missing. He's gone dark. So I'm putting out an APB on him. Get back to your ship. Stay there. It might be safe until you leave the system right now. I'll contact you later. And he just goes off.
And he doesn't say anything else.
No. He just says he's gone dark and he'll contact you later.
Is that guy still nearby? Do we see him?
You can see him heading off around into the main passageway.
So there's no operatives coming out after him or anything now that he knows where he is? He knew where we were? So I look at Stav and say, well, I guess we better go back to the ship. That's weird. Unless their minds are getting wiped and they're just taking colonial military people. The guy who was investigating AWOLers went AWOL himself and doesn't know who he is or what he's doing, and he's in the bazaar buying clothes. Any thoughts on this, Stav? What do you think?
He's playing with the female, wobbling the. No, he's not.
Oh, he's playing.
No, I didn't say I like
the light
that.
up skirt. Yeah, we like those.
Yeah, now I'm in the little trolls shaped like Nephilians, and I think these products might be getting more and more insulting, because it's usually made by insensitive people several parsecs away.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, no, this kitsch is boring me now. But I don't know why this guy suddenly doesn't recognize you, but unless he was really going through processing so many ships per week that he doesn't remember all of us.
Somebody's wiping their minds.
Yeah, but he stopped and talked to us at some length, so that's really weird.
Stopped to talk to him.
Oh, can we follow him to see if he has anything to do with the corridor? Is he making his way to that corridor place?
Do you want to follow him?
Well, we were told to go back to the ship from Grover.
We told Grover this, yeah. Let's go back to the ship, and maybe Stav is going to try some kind of research if he's hooked into the local extranet, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
We could follow him for a little while from a distance and see if he heads back to that same corridor.
Let's try that.
Then go back to the ship.
Let's try it.
Okay. So just trying to keep him roughly. He's easy to sight because you both know exactly what he looks like. And he just seems to be moving. Doesn't seem to be running or rushing anything. Just moving normal, weaving in and out of the people in the passageway, moving towards the direction where you're familiar with. And yep, he turns left.
And he goes down that same corridor.
Yeah, I wish Richard was here. He turned left. I wrote this into the story specifically so you could hear that. But anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, you didn't say left of what when I first heard that.
He just turned left. He didn't turn right.
He's turning left and fighting over fake money, not going
pew,
right.
Pew, pew.
Pew, pew, pew. That's Richard's.
Yeah. Anyway, he turned left. It'd be about a minute. Your present speed, you'd be there under a minute. Which means he wouldn't have...
we don't want to follow that closely or we'll be noticed in a narrower corridor with fewer people.
We're going to go... I say now we know he went back to the corridor, we go back to the ship. Yeah. They have a lead on this corridor.
He might have something to do with strange aliens, but let's go back.
Okay, Jacob, as you head back to the ship, can you please give me a 2d6 roll?
I can. I also was wondering if there'd be operatives that they know about this somewhere. I rolled a 7, I'm rolling low.
Okay, Jacob, there's something going on in your head. You're not sure what.
But I have a sight shield on, don't I?
You do. Something really weird happening. It's like there's a pull on it or something. You're not sure. It's like, oh, you sort of feel quite thick-headed, like you're struggling against a lot of water coming your way, sort of thing, as you're moving towards the ship.
I let Stav know about it. It said, let's just get back to the ship pronto. Something's going on inside. I explained to him what's going on, and I'm just going to keep pushing forward to get back to the ship.
Okay. The closer you get to your ship, the easier it becomes, but it's quite a bit to overcome. So give me another 2d6.
Okay.
And what's your endurance?
Wait a minute. Did you buy an item?
My endurance was 11.
Yeah. Did you buy an item, buy some clothing, or oh my God, did you eat at the food court?
My endurance was 11. I rolled a 5 on the second roll.
Okay. So, Stav, you're going to have to physically help him move towards the ship. He's struggling. It's like
I'm Mr. Average for strength, aren't I?
Yeah, that's okay. That's okay. He can lean on you, and you can just move him slowly towards.
All right.
Several people come and ask, "Is there something wrong with him?" That sort of stuff.
I don't know what's going on, but I'm struggling.
Don't know.
Help me out. Let's get back. All I know is we got to get away from this to get back to the ship.
Yeah. Okay. Does the feeling go away as we move back?
As he moves to the ship, it does sort of dissipate a little bit, and it gets easier and easier. And when he's past the airlock, it sort of leaves him.
Okay. So I get back aboard the ship and I say, "Can we depart now? Are we ready to depart? Let's."
Freight's not here.
The freight's not here.
Yeah.
We're gonna stay on the ship now. I explained to Jen. I asked for her to give me a medical checkup on me.
Yep.
And I explained to her what happened, and since somehow it bypassed the psionic helmet, I don't know what happened, but I need a medical exam. I explained to her all the details.
Okay. So Jen, Garen, if you can give me a med roll, please.
So 2d6 plus 1?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Nice and high.
High enough.
8's enough. Okay, right. At the moment, his body has been. You can detect a higher level of chemicals, which would indicate that someone's under duress, like the body's been. How can I put this? It's under duress, like, you've had to stay awake for 24 hours. You've had to lift twice the weight you're normally capable of carrying. It's like all those sort of chemicals that come into play with that stuff. Yeah. All those chemicals that come into play. His body is exposed, is showing you that. So, but there's no actual physicality to it. But his body has. It's somehow.
So it's like his body has been through 4 hours of the gym. But he hasn't actually been.
Yeah, easily,
okay.
Yeah. He does also have some elevated levels of various chemicals that are known to be in the brain when you've got increased brain activity. And can you give me another roll, please? Another med roll. What's your intelligence?
My intelligence is 10.
10. Okay, not quite. No. Okay. No, that's all right. Sorry, it didn't quite. This next thing didn't quite occur to you.
We know that he didn't use his brain for anything. We know that.
We've high.
I'll say, where did you go, Jim?
Guys, this is my oldest daughter.
Did you run around the bazaar, or did you do something more active that we shouldn't be knowing about?
You say hi. I can say hi again.
Hi.
Hi.
Hello.
That's Lauren. She's 12.
Kia ora, Lauren.
Steve says hi.
I don't think she should be in the room.
No.
Richard's not here yet. It's relatively safe. When Richard comes in,
what did you do?
All filters off.
Like you went to the gym, or you're running around the bazaar.
I don't know. I explained her what happened. I explained her about the call. I explained everything in detail.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we know he hasn't been exerting himself, and we know he hasn't been using his brain for sure. So what the hell is going on?
Does it have to do with the light up? I pull out the thing, the light up skirt thing.
No.
You guys bought that?
Yes, we did. It'll look really good on the front of the ship.
Yeah, you're a bunch of pervs.
Well, we were looking at so many things, and the bad food is just one possible factor.
Hmm.
Like mystery alien meat eggs on a stick or something like
Even if
that.
they are meat eggs.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
Yeah,
gross.
yeah.
I mean,
Okay.
the food court people will eat anything if they can put ketchup on it.
Ah,
Yep, so you've checked
okay.
him out. He doesn't appear to be, apart from needing a bit of a rest, and you probably could give him a relaxant to support that without taking away too much of his attention, his focus. Um, you've checked him out. Is there anything else you want to do, folks?
No.
I'm concerned. Yeah, you need my mind right. We need to pilot out of here. Huh.
What about that contract or whatever you guys wanted to do?
Can we call Grover
Sure, you
from
can.
the ship? I'm gonna call Grover and say we got back and explain to him what happened, what I'm going through. Something's weird. There's more
Okay.
going on with your people than meets the eye. They're not just vanishing. I think somehow their minds or there's an energy that's hijacking them.
Okay. He says, "Can you have a medical person on board?"
Yes, I do.
He says he'd like them. Do they have the equipment to track Omega energy?
Do you? I don't know. I would have you
Jen
talk
Jen
to
would
her.
probably have it in the mid bay if and you've got a bit of a mid bay.
Yeah.
Okay, great. So you want me to walk to the med bay and check that out?
You're gonna have to scan each person.
I will scan. Do they have to be dressed?
Yeah, they can be. It's just a scanner.
Okay.
Okay.
I will scan
We
each.
don't have to, but
No. Do you want to scan yourself first, or would you know?
no, I want to be scanned. I don't like scanning myself. Come on.
I will scan myself first.
Okay,
You do this
radio.
first one, right?
There is a very small elevation in Omega energy around you.
Well, I'm not surprised. These guys are pissing me off. So
Yeah. Okay.
I will scan Jacob next.
He's got a serious level of Omega energy.
Okay.
So he's in the range where, to your understanding, he's been involved in quite a major psionic effort.
Okay.
And I was
Whatever.
wearing a size shield when I suffered these consequences.
That's not
So
good.
I mean, we would let Grover know that then too. Yeah.
Yeah, he wasted 4,000 credits.
He says,
Ugh.
"Have you checked your equipment?"
If I check my equipment.
No,
Well,
your psionic equipment.
Well, let's check that too then next.
I think the Psi shield was effective in blocking out like 99% of everything, but what he felt was just like the residual. And fortunately, it didn't take over his mind or anything.
Okay,
well,
so
hold on. I
My
haven't
shield's
scanned
got
the rest
issues.
of the chip.
They
How about
were
Jav?
booby trapped.
Jav.
okay, when you check everyone
Yeah.
else out, Garen, Stav also has somewhere in between you and Jacob's level, more on the lower side though. And Stav, you've got electronics, so you can check his psi shield.
Check it out.
Yeah, electronics with electronics one with a
Yep.
science background,
Here you
Yep.
go.
and
You are going to get a result. Just depends on how much, depending on what you roll. Okay, the only piece of information you get is that some vital pieces of this equipment are burnt out.
Oh.
Do you mean our Psi shields or the
His psi
Omega
shield
energy?
is useless.
Well,
Okay.
how? We bought it brand new.
hmm
Oh, we gotta get our money back. Can
So,
we check the rest of the shields?
yep, he can. And
Okay.
basically, Stev, you'll find that everyone else's shield is okay.
All right.
Okay, so he must have been assaulted with massive energies. And
Yeah.
it's held more or less, but it's some components that are burned out.
Hmm.
Do the components? I asked do they look like they were burned out, like they overworked, or were they sabotaged?
How would you tell the difference?
Yeah.
They were
Well,
burned out. All of the, as Stav can sort of explain it to you, all the key elements that are needed to resist an initial attack, they were all burnt out. Yeah. So all the other stuff that's just to help it operate, it was the sort of defensive part of the device.
does it look like it was burned out from the time I bought it, or recently burned out?
He couldn't tell you that. He couldn't tell you that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I gotta get it. That's $4,000 out the window. Can we fix it?
It could be fixed, but this is not the tech level you need to fix it with.
Okay.
Zangalan would probably be the place because it does have a tech level D. But
Okay, and it's only one
that's
shield, right?
yep, that's about 3
Okay,
jumps
so
away.
it's only one. We'll get it fixed. He'll pay for it.
Yep.
All right.
Or you could
Yeah,
buy a new one right now.
Is Jacob willing to wear leg chains in case he's without a side shield and he gets assaulted or he gets attacked again silently? Because he must have resisted a major attack and the side shield.
I
mostly
do not
held.
want to leave the ship if I got this going on. I would want to
Yeah.
stay aboard the ship. If somebody else wants to venture out and pick me up another side shield, I'll put the $4,000 out.
Yeah, because I think I saw some amusing Garfield bookmarks and other stuff to buy.
Okay. Okay, so Stav, you're just going out to get your amazing Garfield bookmarks and another side shield.
With the side shield, yeah.
Yep,
And
okay.
actually, no one should go alone, though. Does anybody want to accompany me?
Well, Dale will, but don't forget, he doesn't have the ability to buy one. He doesn't have the money, and he's probably also the person who could do the most damage.
Hmm.
Okay, well, never mind the market or the bazaar. Then
Yeah.
we've suffered some kind of assault. It's too much. Now, we were hired by Major Grover to basically do something that's no different from what we're normally going to do. We're going to take off from here anyway, and yet he wants to use us as some kind of attractant, let's say.
Oh, so let's get back to that because he's still, sorry, Pierre, to interrupt you. He's still on the line. He asked you to check the equipment. You did that.
We told him.
Right. So he says, unless you feel you absolutely necessarily need to leave the ship, don't leave the ship until you actually decide to undock and take off. Is his advice.
Then I tell everybody to stay on the ship.
Yeah.
Let's follow his orders because he hasn't been wrong yet.
He also says that he will probably send an encoded message to you at the beginning of the operation. It'll confirm the details and anything that may need to change based on whatever they can find out between now and then, based on the information you've given them. He says he's had a report back. They have not found anything yet at the location, but they are going through some heavy investigative stuff at the moment. Stay on board the ship. Just stay on board the ship.
Okay,
You can tell he's concerned.
Is there anything Major Grover can tell us about what the hell is going on?
He doesn't know. The fact that something has been able to affect a psi shield,
Mm-hmm.
and there's elevated Omega levels, and he actually asked you to check for that, would indicate that what?
Yeah, he has an idea of what's going on, maybe.
Possibly. And there's only one place you get Omega levels from, Omega energy from.
Where's that at?
Psionic.
Yeah.
Oh, so somebody's got psionic ability. Major ones, too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man.
But there's something that seems to be, even without your psi shields, here on the ship is keeping you safe. I'm not sure what. because you're not attacked, you're not feeling bad. I mean, apart from feeling a bit relaxed and tired, Jacob, there's no other effect on you.
Okay, I'm better that I'm on the ship. Nothing's like pulling me or taking over my mind.
No,
Okay.
no, nothing. And and Dale's been on board the ship all the time without a psi shield, and he's done nothing out of the normal for Dale. So
Okay, well, we're waiting for the cargo anyway, the freight anyway.
Yep, which is another 2 days away. So you've got 2 days to sweat it out.
Yeah.
Basically,
Okay.
if you're not doing anything, sorry, you wanted to do something, Stav. You wanted to investigate something.
Yeah, it's because I have such a high computer skill.
Yep.
I want to try to make an effort at some kind of research. If I have, if while in port I have rented the intranet, ultranet, whatever it is called here, and about omega energy, but with a filtering process to sort of find incidents,
Right.
and unusual sort of stuff that parallels what we've been experiencing. And maybe as a side project, I'm going to look at that poncho cloth thing and see what's known about that.
Okay. First of all, give me a roll for the. So this is going to take you a day's worth to set up the whole algorithm to try to search and and get it running. The poncho thing is something you'll probably hand do, so to speak, once you get the algorithm running. So I've got to make a roll for the algorithm. Okay, rightio. You make your computer roll, please. Okay, so you've hopefully set it up. It's running. It's already starting to gather data. It's already starting to put things together for you. It will be ready in. Be ready in the next 7 hours. So after your next sleep cycle.
So there's a cute little animation of a hick with a straw hat sitting on a dock and going, "I'm fishing, fishing."
And every now and then you see a little fish come up and go blob, and go down again and blob.
Yeah. Okay. Meaning nothing comes up yet. No tuna.
No, nothing yet.
Yeah.
Yep.
No salmon of doubt or anything like that.
Nothing like that. So the next thing is you just trying to. Are you sharing this with anyone else?
Yeah. If people are not doing anything else, they might want to assist in this kind of effort.
Okay. So anyone else have computer skill level 1 or higher?
I have computer 1. It was a trained skill.
Yep.
No.
So can I make a computer roll? Do I feel better after a night's sleep too?
You're feeling not too bad right now. As I said, it's just a bit of pain, like you've exerted yourself.
God, I
and
can't get above a 7 to save my ass. I got a 7, just under the line.
Okay, that's with your +1.
That's with my +1.
Okay, hang on. I'm just looking up some people just to see where they are with computer skills. Lots of computer zeros.
Well, they can still roll though.
Yeah, not really.
Yeah.
They won't roll to support.
It's bracketed, which means I've been training on that skill. I'm
Yeah.
working on medical 1 and computer 1.
Yep, that's
but
all
it's
cool.
still treated as a 1.
So you can't add anything, but I mean you're trying. That's the thing. So Stav, I need you to give me your computer roll, please, for the poncho-y stuff.
Oh, so the first row was actually for setup. This is now the poncho.
Yeah,
stuff.
the first one is the algorithm running in the back, trying to gather all the incidences and any other stuff. And this one will just be about the material stuff.
I got to roll better than that. Okay.
You get a lot of information about this material. It's considered a bit of a wonder material. They think they haven't worked out everything it can do, but as the guy said, it's pretty indestructible, really. Lightweight, breathable. For some unknown reason, it only comes in extremely exaggerated colors. You can't dye it. These are actually its natural colors. It comes from for the want of a better word, silkworms is what they're called, but they're not actually silkworms. They're something a bit different. There's enough of it that the Baori, it's one of the consumables that they trade off planet. There's been stories about it, like someone was out in the middle of a storm and they got hit with lightning and they didn't get hit because it was protected them from it or something, and it didn't take a mark. Other people, there's lots of new agey sort of slightly unbelievable attestations about what it can and can't do. The scientific information is that very much like silk, but like it's about 10 times as strong. Same sort of weight, same sort of heat, thermal factors, same sort of wear and tear. Well, it's a lot more stronger than on wear and tear. So that's about all we can take. Sorry?
Is it like armor too? Like weave armor? Does it have armor qualities?
It's being investigated to supplement other armors to see whether or not it can actually lead to a better armor ring of the individual.
Okay, here's a question. Among aliens, does this cloth have any special spiritual or type significance?
For the Baori, they just treat it, and that's the home planet of the people of the home planet it comes from. To them, it's a commodity. That's all. They use it themselves in lots of different things, but nothing spiritual or anything. The Yis Pari, or the Nafchilians, because that's their proper name, the Yis Pari, won't go near it. There are other alien races that enjoy it, some of them for the comfort factor, some of it for its thermal abilities, and again, some of them are making claims about it that have yet to be proven. Like it's great as being a non-conductor. Tests have been shown to show that it can conduct stuff, but according to some people, it's a non-conductor. So the science and what some people are saying just doesn't add up to be the same.
That's strange.
Yeah. But it is
some weird shit going on, and I can't seem to pull it all together in my head.
Isn't this like the first game?
Yeah. I like every game. Come on.
Yeah.
It's got to be complex.
There's got to be a bunch of weird shit. So, do we have a set of these things? Did we buy some of this?
No one did.
No, I'm leery of it.
I am also, especially if the Nefchilians are leery of it because they're smart. But we do have an idea what we're dealing with. But somehow, does this substance act as a psionic enabler or enhancer?
There's nothing. Some people have reported, some aliens have reported that it actually, when they wear this as their nightwear or they have it as bedwear, it enables a much more restful sleep. Whether that's because of its thermal factors, whether that's because it has any psychic ability of, stopping or encouraging or whatever. The science on that part is they can only prove at the moment the tensile strength, the thermal abilities. It's quite resistant, as I said before, to lots of different things that normal silk would be damaged by, like acid and stuff. So it's a bit more resistant to acid. It's a bit more resistant to several different chemicals that would be quite corrosive. So in that sense, it's a really, really good product. And as you asked before, it has been investigated to see whether or not it can be part of armor, to see if it actually could strengthen armor.
Well, you don't think we should pick up a set of this, maybe put it in the ship's locker?
That would mean you'd have to leave the ship.
We can't leave the ship. We got to follow orders. Is he going to call us back, or when is it going to be time to take off? We're not leaving the ship.
No.
We're safe on the ship. Let's stay on the ship.
Yep. Okay. So we go to the next morning, and Stav is he's waiting for the computer to start spitting stuff out. So his thing about I wish Pierre was here so he could hear it all.
He got pumped out again.
Yeah. Is he out of Discord as well, or was he never in?
No, he's in Discord. Oh, he's in Roll20. I mean,
yeah, he's in Roll20. I can see that, but sometimes it's a bit of a lag between leaving.
He's out of
Roll20.
Discord.
Okay.
He's
Okay. Well, I'll have to start this next thing anyway. So, as I said, it's been looked at as an alternative energy form. You already got that from Lovianta 9, and it's sort of expected to be the next big thing. If they could just work out what it does and how to access it and all that sort of stuff. What they have become aware of as they have been able to gain better or more accurate machines that can more accurately measure Omega energy, is that there are specific places that seem to have a higher concentration of it than other places. And he's got a couple of sites, and I'll tell you some of those in a minute, where that's been recorded. There's also more and more evidence to suggest that certain alien races will evidence or have a proclivity towards having psionic individuals within their race. They found that out, and the Yizpri is not one of them. Humankind are, the Taxit are, the
Neptilians are non-psionic.
Well, the evidence seems to say that they are going to be non-psionic. There's never been a recorded case.
Is that why I was affected? I don't know if we know this, but maybe that's why I was affected, because I have psionic ability.
Yep.
I do too, because I remember in the other game, I got enhanced to be a teleporter pretty easily, but in this game, I haven't done that in the other timeline.
Yep. So, the Skellerig, they are an odd people, an odd race. They have, it's in your player's book, but they basically have what humans would describe as fairy-like qualities. Most people now are understanding or believing to understand that it's more of just of a different manifestation of psionic abilities. As I said, the Taxit are a race that seems to have potential, although they are, when we say primitive, it's they're sort of like tech level 2, so they're not even really aware that there are other races out there yet. The Zoln are another race that have the potential for great psionic potential. The Baori, which are the big huge dragon-like creatures, are again also another race that has the potential for psionic ability. So that's other information he's got. So some of the areas. So there seems to be in the area around Guba. That's one area of concern. Obviously, on the planet where the Skellerig are, which is the planet of IHAM, IHAMM. That's another one. Around the Zoln, and you'll remember the Zoln. That's where Chip comes from. But not Chip's race. It's the other big race, the manatee-like.
The ones that Victor's.
Yeah. Them.
Ice cream, Victor's ice cream.
Yeah, his ice cream shack. Yeah. So there are several areas now. The other thing that is being noticed is that previous areas of or previous. When we use the word concentration, we don't mean very tight or specific. We mean there's a sort of a general diffused concentration of psionic energy, or omega energy as it's called. These areas have changed. So I mean, this research has only been going on for about 5 years. So over the last 5 years, several areas have changed, where it's been there and then it's not. This is through Pierre's. This is through Stav's. He's churned through a whole lot of data to try to pull all these bits and pieces in, and this is what he's sort of putting together. That's pretty much what you've got at the moment. Is that some areas stay the same, some areas disappear, new areas awaken. There's potential for other races, and some races are definitely not. They don't believe currently that they aren't. Sonic potential, and basically then you might start to understand how your sonic shield works, because it works on a disruptor frequency which disrupts the omega energy in your immediate vicinity. So
I got both with a lot of omega energy, so it burned out my psi shield,
which has not been recorded in any of the evidence that Stav's search has gathered. But
no instances of that.
No instances of having so much omega energy that a psi shield has been burnt out.
All right. Huh. That's crazy.
So you'd need someone with a really... I mean, that still doesn't someone chucking something at you telekinetically, but a direct mind-to-mind attack of some sort.
Attack
you'd have to have something really powerful, I don't know, like a guy who could hold lots of ships.
Or shift change. Oh, fuck. Oh, man. Yeah. Do you remember that, Pierre? Were you in?
No, it doesn't ring a bell.
Okay.
Yep. Pierre, there was this Psi guy. Do you remember the other game? And he held all the ships, the pilots, from all the controls on the ships, from moving the ships. We were in the zombie apocalypse war. He was a super scion. And then we got to fly up there, and he'd blow them all out of the sky, so the zombies could eat the world.
So that was a climactic, a kind of creature I might call an overmind. Big shells full of brains that can proportionally overwhelm us.
Whatever's trying to attack us is not just a regular psionic; it's like a super scion. Because there's no way something could fry that shield, and for some reason it's targeting us. And for some reason, Grober knows what the fuck is going on deeper than the other guys, because they're taking over the minds of these military guys.
So you saw some light as if through a welder's glass, but the real sun is intensely brilliant and too brilliant to look at. So you were in the presence of an attack like that. You sense just a tiny percentage.
And why are they attacking military guys if they're not taking over their minds to create their own military? I'm starting to get a feel there's something bigger and badder going on in the background. And I'm starting to kind of get a feel for it. Grober, is Grober call us? Are we getting close to takeoff time?
You got one more day. Your freight is expected to come in around about 23 hours.
Jacob should be flattered because some entity thinks Jacob has worth.
I think they want to get into my mind because they want to. They don't care about Jacob. They care about the Shalimar and whatever the Shalimar is doing and hauling. There's an underlying attack. It's got something to do with Jupiter Keller and his rivals. Jupiter still has rivals in this timeline.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Always does.
What rival has like a super psionic on a leash to throw at us?
Arlek.
Who does that? Honestly, I don't think I can correlate with anything.
Arlek.
Arlek.
And then Arlek's the other counter. What was his name? Oh no, the guy that was against Keller in the last game. He was
Yeah, but would my character reasonably know about
you wouldn't know about that stuff yet. But anyway, you're getting the idea of stuff that's happening in the background.
Okay, Dark Forces is all I'm thinking of. But hard. Nothing evident.
Well, our characters would know it's a super scion. How you doing, Jen? Are you there? Are you frozen?
No.
This shit's all about beyond you, because
Yeah, you're nice and quiet. You don't wisecrack like the rest of us, you know.
So,
Well, my character isn't a wisecracker. She's more of like a quieter, sneakier person that is paying attention, you know.
And that will come in handy very soon.
And then looking at you guys like, what the hell are you talking about? This Jarver guy or whatever his name
Well,
is.
you'd probably be interested on the medical side of things or medical effects and aspects.
yeah, we don't know about Arlick or about this.
Yeah.
Like,
Okay. So
how does he
whatever
decipher the brain and how does he, you know, mess you up?
Well, so Jen, on that, do you want to? Is that a question you're posing your character?
Yeah, like I'm listening to all of these guys going on
Talking about stuff.
psionics and
Cool.
I'm telling them.
Okay.
telling myself
So,
what the hell's going
if you can give me a, you said your intelligence was a 10?
Yeah.
Okay, if you can give me a medical roll, please.
Okay.
Okay. You've got an idea that if these psi shields create a disruptive wave around your body, a force field, for the want of a better word, if that's disrupted, because you know that the human body operates on an electrical field.
Yeah.
So it's possible that the psychic, whoever it is, has some ability to interface with an electric field and then change it, thereby changing the human. So it's not possible. It might appear to be like a mind attack, but it might actually be something that they're attacking the entire electrical field that the human operates on, which makes it even more dangerous.
Oh man, they're wiping people's minds and taking them over psionically.
It's a possibility.
Why they do remember us.
So it's just using your information on it's a possibility. Yeah, it just is. These guys aren't just doing a mind attack. They're doing your entire self, because that
So
energy field is entirely you.
They could affect like electrical impulses. Well, in the body, nerves aren't really quite electrical, but they are chemical potentials across membranes and things. And so they could probably like work on our individual wiring to move certain muscles. It's not just controlling the mind, but controlling the whole nervous system.
Yep, that's a possibility. This is what Garen is sort of suppositioning to herself as she's listening to you.
Yeah.
So it's quite a big thing, because then, Garen, can you give me a 2d6 roll for this next leap? I don't know if you can or not, but it's just a flat 2d6.
Roll or
sorry,
no, just a flat 2d6 if you roll again, please. Okay, Garen, so to you then, you don't have the expertise in this other field.
Yeah.
But because you understand that the human body operates within this electrical field around it, would it not be then that much more short hop, if you like, for them to interface and change and adapt any other electrical field, such as in a computer, one that runs through a jump drive, anything that's got an electrical field of sorts?
Ooh. Wow. So they can electronically take over the ship.
They're monsters.
Holy shit.
So this is just stuff you're suppositioning while you're sitting on the ship, just talking.
We can't go anywhere then, because if we do and we go to jump drive, they might redirect us to where we're going, right?
It's just an idea.
But there's possibilities of that type of stuff at play.
So you've got to ask yourself, if psi shields have some ability to protect you, what's protecting you right now, especially Jacob, who doesn't have a psi shield?
Nothing.
The ship is.
Oh.
The electronical field from the ship is protecting us.
That's right.
Possibly.
computer itself might be protecting us.
No, I don't think the computer's doing it. Maybe what the ship is giving off.
So just things to think about, and just see if there's ways you can sort of work out how you might want to test some. Don't all jump in and do it now, because we've got the rest of the game to play out. But just something to think about, and think about how, come up with an idea and how can you test that, and then is that going to verify your theory, sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
So
I don't know where you're at, Steve, but we're at about 3.5 hours. Well,
yep. I was going to get you to jump out, hopefully, jump out.
Yeah.
So you guys are sort of, it might be a bit of a downer sort of rest of the 24 hours that you're waiting out, because you're suddenly realizing or considering the enormity of what might either be happening or about to happen.
Yeah.
You've already seen some evidence of some things happening.
Yeah.
Come and get it, big tasty bait. Okay. So as you all retire to your rooms or whatever, drink some 10 proof Kickapoo juice, your coffee, whatever you're drinking, eating coffee with perhaps a shot of Bailey's, I don't know.
Yes.
Something to fortify yourselves.
Can
And of course, the other question is,
the mind and
yeah,
send it into a different unreadable state.
but is it the mind they're attacking, or is it the electrical/chemical thing they're doing with?
Yeah, okay, you're making me paranoid, because I started looking at my little electronic devices and gadgets with dread.
The very thing that you rely on to keep you alive could very well turn on you.
They could even affect the light, shining on the skirt of the hula girl.
Oh my God, wouldn't that be horrible?
That would be bad.
Bad. Yeah.
Don't mess with
The universe is imploding, but don't mess with that light on that skirt.
Yeah.
Okay.
Evil psionic clown light show or something.
Right. So, you guys sort of have some things to think about.
Yes,
the freight gets delivered.
Finally.
Yep. And you are short time away from leaving. You get an encoded message as per. It is from Grober. He says, to date, we've come up dead end. It's a dead end. And he doesn't mean any pun intended, but it's a dead end, this corridor thing. I've sent several teams. Not one of them has been able to find any evidence of anybody that we're looking for. He rules out, he talks about the plan as discussed. He says if you check your accounts, you will see that the money has been deposited into
the ship fund?
Isn't this the guy we're supposed to be wary about?
No.
Oh.
It's been deposited into your account.
Okay, I'll take the money. All right. We'll split it later when I lose my mind and I forget.
Yeah, but it's there. You can corroborate that.
All right.
He says he'd appreciate it if, of course, you don't inform anybody else of this. He says he's seeing a bigger picture here. He suggests that you just keep a wary eye on everything in your travel. There may come a moment where the colonial forces may call on you again. We just hope that we're all in a ready space and place to actually do that.
Yeah, there's some creepy shit going on, it looks like.
Can I go to the computer and try to do more research on the electromagnetic impulses or whatever that...
Yeah, sure you can. Yeah.
I just ready to take off, aren't we?
Yeah, you're doing that, but you can.
We're taking off in a short time. Now I have to be the navigator.
Yep.
We don't have any special instructions other than to take off like we would to our next destination.
You're going to go on a slightly different flight plan. So that's given to you. You don't, as a navigator, you don't have to do a single thing, because the flight plan to Makaka and all that sort of stuff, Your job is pretty much, if the system breaks down and you need to do it manually, you're there to do that. If you go off the planned flight plan, you're there to get them back onto the flight plan.
Okay, but I mean, we don't have to alter our plans on the orders of Major Grover.
No, the only thing you're doing differently is he's giving you a specific route out of the system before you engage jump.
Okay.
Yeah.
And basically the assumption there is he's giving you this particular route to expose you as much as possible to possibly this unidentified ship.
All right. Well, then I would ask Garen and Dale to get into the turrets, and we're going to take off. We're going to power up. We're checking out all our electrical systems to make sure they're fine, and we're going to take off.
Everyone gets so before you actually undock, everyone gives you a green light. Everything is ready. Everything is go. Freight's in the cargo hold. Your freight's in the cargo hold. Engineering, both green lights. Gunners, both gunners, green lights. Sensors and nav, green light. Everything's ready and set to go.
Okay.
So I need you to give me a piloting roll and this will be for the whole trip. Just one piloting roll, please. Just to pilot through this whole. Yep.
10.
So you're going to follow that with great ease. So it's a pretty tense exiting because it normally takes you. And a size 2, you're traveling at, what speed are you traveling at? 1, 2, or 3?
We actually are up to 4.
4, okay. But to expose yourself, you'd probably want to go at 1?
I'm going at the optimized speed for the route, whatever that is, 1 or 2. If
1,
it's at 1.
So that's 188 minutes because of the smallness of the planet.
Okay. Well, that's good. I mean, to expose himself, he wants to go full force, right?
Yeah.
No, I want to go take it a little easier.
Yeah, because then he can use the speed when he needs to get the hell out of there.
Okay.
Surprise the enemy. Yeah. So 188 minutes will take you on this route. As I said, it's a pretty nerve-wracking time. You are watching Garen and Dale, so Sid, you're in there. Can you give me 2d6 roll, please, just for Dale with a +1, and Garen, can you give me two rolls, Sid, if you're there, Sid?
So,
and Garen,
not playing.
I know I'm just wanting to roll. That's all. Yeah,
okay,
and
so straight 2d6.
2d6 +1 for your gunnery. This is gunnery skill. Give me 2 rolls, please.
Okay.
This is just as you're sort of sighting as you're going through.
Is he actually here, or is he just signed on?
I think he's only signed on. Okay, Jacob, can you give me 2d6 rolls, please? +1 for Dale.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, so both Garen and Dale are pretty happy with what they're seeing in the sky at the moment. You're moving closer and closer to the jump point. You give me a sensor roll, please, Stav.
Electronics.
Yep.
I just had electronics 1 though, so
Yep,
is
that's
that
all
all
cool.
right?
Yep.
Good.
Yep. You're seeing a nice field. You don't know where true to his word, if he's got them, that is, he's doing really well keeping those fighters dark. You cannot detect them anywhere. They are completely invisible to you. They could be like 1,000 kilometers away and you still wouldn't see them. I mean, that's pretty close spatially. You get almost to the point of the end when you get a hail.
We're hail.
Hail, it's a female voice, says, Hail, this is, oh sorry, wrong sheet. This is the Silverfish, Antoinette sur la Côte speaking. We weren't aware of anyone coming out this way. We are on a scouting mission to launch some navigation beacons. Please make sure you maintain your present course and we'll try to keep away from you.
Roger.
Okay.
Now, is that part of our deal?
No, this is like come out of the blue. So
they happen to be here. I think
you get them on the edge of your sensor sweep, Stav. They are not moving. They are in their space. You cannot tell what activity they're actually doing at the moment because they are right at the edge of your sensors. But she did say, and as an ex-scout, you'll know that you do stop ship, you launch, position the nav beacons, test them, run through a series of tests, and then you activate them. So you don't pick up any nav beacons at the moment. So they are either moving through that process or it's totally false and you don't know what to expect.
Interesting.
Okay.
How close are we to jump point?
You're around about 20 odd minutes away. You're very, very close.
Well, we're going to stay on our course, and I asked to keep an eye on that. So,
Yep.
Is our course going to interfere with her request?
Not really, no. No.
Okay,
no,
we'll
no.
stay on course then.
Okay.
We'll take in all the data that we can and see whatever information we can find out. Have Dale and both Karen keep their sights on it.
Yep.
Know about the
Okay,
location.
so Jacob, I'm just going to ask you to give me a 2d6 plus the number of terms you were in the Scouts.
Oh, I think that's 4. Let me look at my guy again. Hang on.
And
Age 30. Yeah, that's 4 terms.
yep. And Garen, you were in the Scouts, did you say?
Yes, I am in the
Same
Scouts
roll, please.
for
2d6.
How many terms?
2d6 plus however many terms.
15.
turns.
Plus 3.
Turns.
Yep.
Okay, so 2d6 plus 3.
I rolled a 15.
Okay, so both Garen and Jacob feel quite comfortable with the process because they both understand what has to happen. Jacob, you do pull up the silverfish, and apparently it's got, and you're talking to the crew, there's 2 personnel assigned to it, and they're actually assigned at the moment to navigation. Antoinette Sulacourt and Jenny Oberman. And it just so happens, Garen, that you did actually cross paths with a Jenny Oberman in your service.
Oh, was she?
Was she a friend or was she a
Just
rival?
just a working buddy.
Oh,
You know.
She's just a working buddy that did lewd things on the side. That's all.
You like ice cream?
She loved ice cream with chocolate and vanilla.
Right, there you go.
Time.
All the time.
That's right.
So, do you want to use that information anyway?
Yes.
How do you want to use it?
I'm not sure. Let me talk to the group.
You
Okay.
want to hail her, beacon her, and say hi? Say who you are.
I was thinking about it. I mean, do they have spies in there? I mean, if this thing is taking over people, can she be trusted?
Up to you. I know it's hard to once you get this idea in your head that how can I trust anyone? But remember, the universe is big and perhaps not everyone's been taken over just yet.
That's true. Maybe I can ask her something personal that only she would know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the supreme entity has to leave some people's minds untouched so that they'll sweep the streets and make those little lace pillows that say "Mama." And
Okay.
you know, the life has to go on for most.
Bobblehead dolls.
And bubblehead
Yeah,
dolls.
Yeah, and the entity set its sights on Jacob as if he had worth, and that totally mystifies me.
Hey! I'm the captain, man. Come on.
Yeah. Still.
Still. Okay, Garen, what are you doing? Because you can.
I'm gonna try to contact her.
Okay, so you hail Jenny, and Jenny says, "Who's this?"
This is Garen Tate. Remember?
Garen Tate.
Come out for a couple of times in the service.
Oh yeah. Near Baku. You were with that guy with the blonde hair. What a wuss he turned out to be. And I was with that really cool dude. You know, the one with the tattoo. And she's telling you a whole lot of stuff that only you and her know.
Ah, excellent. Yeah, I remember that. Did you ever get serious?
I tasted the ice cream.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, she says, you know what? It was the worst 5 calories of my life.
Well, you have to go through a lot of ice cream to get.
Wow,
Yeah,
Don't you,
futuristic ice
sister?
cream and
Yeah, don't you,
do.
sister? She
futuristic ice
says.
cream,
Yeah.
and you
you
never
do.
get
Are we
fat.
listed in this?
Wow.
I pinged the bobblehead and word on the
She's doing her waves. She's doing her
I
waves.
look over at Stav and go, see?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, so you're just having a talk. She's, oh, hang on, I'm just in the middle of just fixing navigation. I'm doing a spacewalk, and there we go.
Oh.
Okay. So what are you doing these days?
I am with my crew, and we're on a weird kind of mission.
Oh, wow. Okay. Weird. I guess I get weird. Yeah. I've encountered
Yeah.
weird before, and I'm not talking about alien men. Well, great seeing you. Perhaps next time you're around, give us a bit of a heads up, and we'll meet again and talk about old times and make some new memories.
Yeah, I would love to make some new memories.
Sweet.
I turned to sorry,
Jacob.
Gary's. That's it. Yeah. And hey, is there anything specific you wanted me to ask her?
Yeah, don't tell anyone about our mission. First off, we're just merchants. We're on our way out of system. But you didn't say anything beyond that.
No, I didn't. I just said yeah.
Yeah.
I wanted to see if she sounded weird when I said it, but she sounds just like she always did.
Good.
I don't
good,
know. I
because-
don't know what we could ask her, but obviously
If-
you're out here scanning for something, and we haven't come across any strange ship. But we got paid
No.
$25,000 to run this route, and we're about ready to jump away.
And I tell you that if things had been weird, she would have been saying things like, well, things are normal, everything is okay.
Everything is fine.
And she wants to know about the dud 5-calorie ice cream.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's amazing. Futuristic ice cream where you eat this big
right.
bowl
Isn't
and you
it?
don't lose weight. For our home audience, the
Of
ice
course.
cream jokes are just
I finished my ice cream.
okay. The ice cream
licked
jokes
it
are nasty
clean.
pollution from some completely other game.
Yes.
Please disregard.
Every bite.
Okay. Good work, Pierre, trying to keep this seemly. Okay, so right, well, she signs off. You do actually see a testing signal popping up in your sensors, Stav.
Testing signal. What do
It's
you
from a
mean?
navigational beacon. It's sending out a
Okay.
testing signal. So it seems that, because I mean, you would have had the radio on throughout the ship, so it seems to
so
time
they
in
just
well.
didn't happen. They just didn't happen to have them on, but now they're going through.
Well, one of them's
occasional
been
tests.
turned on, yeah, and it's going
One.
through the testing process.
Yeah.
Okay, so by now you're around about 5 minutes away from your such and such, your jump point. You're getting ready. You're still at guns. Eric is testing the engines one last time, getting everything lined up for a jump. You've checked the navigational coordinates, Stav. Jacob, you're about ready to push the big red button. Yeah. And you finally arrive at that point. Nothing else has happened.
Or the 2D roll or what?
2D roll to, oh sorry, so Victor should, so Stav, can you give me a 2D roll, 2D6 roll for Victor so the thing doesn't blow up? It's not going to, but you got to make the roll anyway. Yeah, you're fine.
Okay.
Yep, and now for the miss jump roll, please, Jacob, 2D6. Nah,
Boom, we're good.
boom, and you're in jump space. Boosh. And that's where we will